Take heading: temperature, salinity and density of ocean water. These are what is this? Temperature, salinity, density, physical characteristics of the ocean, right? Temperature, salinity and density of the ocean water. First take heading as a temperature of the ocean water. Subheading under temperature, density. First, temperature of ocean water. Normally, the room temperature of that place will be the temperature of the ocean water, of the surface ocean water. Okay, but that is not the standard one, means that is not universal. Like if we go down, temperature may decreases. And do you need fan? ನಾನು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. See, it is measured by standard thermometer. The temperature of the ocean water is measured by standard thermometer. ಈ ಲೈನ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದಾ? ಈ ಲೈನ್ ಬಾಡಿನೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಥರ್ಮೋಮೀಟರ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ thermometer. Take heading: factors responsible for ocean water temperature. What are the factors responsible? Factors responsible for ocean water temperature. Now tell me, what are the factors which is responsible for ocean water temperature? The factors responsible for ocean water temperature. The ocean water temperature is depends on what are the factors. Like first factor is where it is, right? The ocean which is present at the equator of the latitude. We have different latitude from the pole to equator and equator to again southern pole. The ocean water which is present at the equator, 0 degree latitude, is normally high temperature because sun rays normally directly falls. And ocean water which is present at the polar region is less temperature. That means depends on the latitude. So the first factor which is responsible for the ocean water temperature is latitude of the surface, latitude of the earth, right? If it is lesser latitudes, 0 degree to 30 degree, 0 degree to 23 degree, 0 degree to 10 degree, very heavy temperature, right? But on the equator, if you compare to equator, 30 degree north or 20 degree north is more temperature. Why? Compared to equator, 20 degree or 30 degree north is high temperature. Because on equator, yes, direct sun rays directly falls. Along with sun rays, there is a convectional rainfall, everyday rainfall, and rainfall is also more. When rainfall is more, means temperature going to decreases. So on equator, more sun rays, more rainfall also, more precipitation also. So somewhat temperature less than the 20 degree north. 20 degree north, there is sun rays, but less temperature. Less precipitation. In southern hemisphere, there is less continent. There is just water. Just water means cloud. Cloud means again precipitation. So less minimum temperature. Okay, this is all. So latitude forms the very fine factor which is responsible for the ocean water temperature. Next, second one, depth of the ocean water. Depth means the ocean water which is present on the photic zones. Means ocean water which is present on the surface of the ocean. Surface of the ocean is normally high temperature. If you go down to deeper, at the bottom, very less temperature. Means depending on the surface of the temperature, depending on the surface of the ocean water, temperature going to decide. Okay. Next, distribution of land and water. Third one, distribution of land and water. See, where land is more, northern or southern continent? Northern or southern continent, where land is more? Northern continent. when the continent is near, I mean when the water body is just near to the continent, it is get the heats from the continent also. Like continent heats and cools quickly. If you compare to water, continent heats and cools quickly. When it heats, the river, the water very next to the continent also going to heat. So heat which is generated on the continent is transferred to the water body which is present near to the continent. So in northern hemisphere, because of the heavy continent compared to southern hemisphere, gets high temperature. So northern hemisphere ocean water having high temperature means, if you look at the temperature of the ocean water or sea water very next to the continent is normally high, because the continent is high, continental temperature is high, that will transfer here. So if we look at the southern ocean water, southern hemisphere ocean water, there is no continent, very less minimum continent. That's why the ocean water temperature also very minimum, very less. So that is another factor which is responsible for the ocean water temperature. That's how. Now we can name ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಬರಿತಾ ಬರಬೇಕು exam. And you know the specific heat capacity, I told you. For 1 degree rise in the temperature of the continent, you need large number of solar insolation. So that the amount of solar insolation is called specific heat to increase 1 degree temperature of the land. So that is less minimum in compared to water, because water sun rays percolate down. So specific heat required to increase the 1 degree temperature of the ocean water is high. So from the continent, the specific temperature of the continent is very low. So from the continent, the heat energy transferred to water. So the water body which is present near the continent gets heats from the continent. That's how. Okay. These are the different factors which is responsible for the ocean water temperature. Normal ಆಗಿ ನಾ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ವ, ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್, they will give so many water bodies and they'll ask you like which water body having high temperature, which water body having less temperature. ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ water body temperature ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವಾಗ you should look at the geography where it locates. If it locates in a southern hemisphere or near to the southern south, that is less temperature. If it is located in a northern, near to the northern, then it is high temperature. ಯಾವ್ದಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ? If the question is like Persian Gulf and Red Sea, which is northern side in between Persian Gulf and Red Sea? Red Sea is between Africa, northeastern Africa, and like Saudi Arabia, in between that, northeastern Africa and Saudi Arabia. And what is that? Red Sea. Persian Gulf above Saudi Arabia, in between Iran. That means Persian Gulf is northern than the Red Sea. That means which is hotter, where temperature is high? Persian Gulf is higher temperature than the Red Sea. I mean ನಿಮಗೆ ವರ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿಕಲ್ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ದೀಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ಇಫ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಬೇ ಆಫ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅರೇಬಿಯನ್ ಸಿ, ಹೇಳಿ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಹಾಟರ್? ಬೇ ಆಫ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅರೇಬಿಯನ್ ಸಿ. Bay of Bengal is hotter or cooler? Arabian Sea actually northern side compared to Bay of Bengal. If you look at Myanmar, if you look at Bangladesh, it is something southern. That's why, you know, if you look at Bay of Bengal is somewhat southward than, see, ನೀವಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ನೋಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ Arabian Sea somewhat northern side compared to Bay of Bengal. Northern means somewhat, you know, heater, somewhat high temperature. If you look at Gujarat, this side, Gujarat experiences coastal, right? Gujarat experiences coastal. Here, Odisha experiences coastal. That means Gujarat is somewhat northern. That means Bay of Bengal experiences less temperature when compared to Arabian Sea. This is how. Isn't that good? Careful, maybe KPC. If the question is like which is high temperature, Black Sea or Bay of Bengal? Black Sea or Bay of Bengal? Black Sea locates at Syria, Israel, Palestine, that region. Bay of Bengal south region. So Black Sea. Okay. This is O. And what is the another reason for ocean water temperature? Yes, ma'am. Black Sea is a name of the sea which locates in the Israel, Palestine. Temperature is high because it is northern side. Because next to the continent, Persian Gulf is southern side. That's why temperature is less. That is this, kind of formula. If it is south, temperature less. If it is north, temperature is more. And that is not a universal. Like if something is near to the pole, if you look at Caribbean Sea in near North America, near Mexico, that is cold only. That is extreme north, near to polar region. So this is not universal, but the trick, what they will do, they will ask in equator region, next to the equator. So in near equator, if it is somewhat north means that is near to the continent, that's why it is comparatively higher temperature. That's all. North means if it is in a pole, higher temperature, no, not like that. Okay? Like, exam analysis of common sense is not like. If it is like Caribbean Sea and Bay of Bengal, Pirates of Caribbean Sea, Mexico, next to North America. Caribbean Sea is very cold because that is next to the pole, extreme north. Then Bay of Bengal is hotter than the Caribbean Sea. Adhan kelala actually. Adu normal gotagatte. So ee concept gotagalla. Adಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Okay. Next to pole. Next to pole is cold only. Something which is near to the pole means that is cold only. Because polar region means colder region normally. Arctic and Antarctic. Okay, that's all. And what is another reason for the responsible for the ocean water temperature? These are the things plus see temperature ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Influx of rain water, influx of river water into the ocean, into the sea. River ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ, river ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ, right? So influx of water is the factor responsible for the ocean water temperature. Inflow of water, influx of water, maybe because of the precipitation, rainfall, maybe because of the river inflow, or maybe because of the glacier ice, that is very cold. Because the glacier ice means that is ice only, right? Himalayan rivers. When Himalayan rivers reaches Bay of Bengal means when it reaches in that place, temperature going to decrease because it is coming from the Himalaya, means colder region. Right, so it is also responsible for the ocean water temperature. Next, connects ocean currents chapter to this. In that ocean current, we discussed so many cold currents, right? That means what? Ocean currents also having responsible. It is a factor for ocean water temperature. Like East Australian warm water current or cold water. East Australian current. East Australian current is warm water current. West Australian current is cold water current. That's why western side of Australia experiencing deserts, eastern side of Australia experiencing bushes, means somewhat trees. That means because of this cold currents of western Australia, that ocean temperature going to decreases because of this East Australian current. The East Australian Ocean, that Pacific Ocean of that region, going to increase its temperature. That means these ocean currents also having some responsible factors in ocean water temperature. Right? ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಬರೀತಾ ಅದನ್ನ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಲೈಕ್ ಈಗ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾ ಬರೋದು, ಲೈಕ್ ಇದನ್ನೊಂದು ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಬರೋದು, ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಹೀಗಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೇಲಿಯನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ hot because of East Australian current. So the region this is high temperature, the region here is low temperature. ಹೀಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. So even ocean currents also responsible for ocean water temperature ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Okay. See, we discussed it. Lower the latitude, higher the ocean water temperature. Higher the latitudes means near to the pole, lower the ocean water temperature. Lower the latitude, higher the ocean water temperature. Lower the latitude means 0 degree latitude means near equator, tropical region. Higher the latitude means near the poles, 90 degree, 80 degree. That means what? Horizontally there is a difference in the ocean water, as well as vertically also there is a difference. Means near to the surface high temperature, bottom less temperature. Okay. In a single diagram, let's discuss both horizontal and vertical ocean water differences. Ocean water temperature difference. Take heading: horizontal and vertical distribution of ocean water temperature. Horizontal and vertical distribution of ocean water temperature. Horizontal and vertical distribution of ocean water temperature. First, write earth diagram. Write a circle like this. Okay, this is 90 degree. This is 90 degree, another 90 degree. 90 degree. This is equator, 0 degree, like this. Thirty, 60 degree. Okay. Right like this. Then 20, 30, 40, 50 degrees Celsius. This is degree Celsius. This is room temperature. See, this is the first one, like horizontal distribution. We are discussing both horizontal and vertical, and this diagram is for horizontal distribution of ocean water temperature. Take subheading as a horizontal distribution of ocean water temperature. Above this, horizontal. Horizontal means what? Vertical means above surface, below surface, at the bottom. Horizontal means in different latitudes. Like what is the temperature in different latitudes and that. Okay. Normally, at the surface, temperature at the room temperature, right? Maybe on 20, 25, 23. This is the temperature. If we go to northern hemisphere, temperature going to increase or decreases? Northern hemisphere, because of the continent, temperature going to increases, right? So it is like this. Increases maybe till 32, 33, 34, 35. After that what happens? Suddenly rise continuously. Again polar region, right? So going to decreases. Again going to decreases 90 degree ಬರುವಾಗ 0 ಗಿಂತ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಡಿಗ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Again in southern hemisphere, if we started from here, southern hemisphere started going, temperature going to increase or decreases? Not decreases. Actually, just southern to equator, temperature increase only because that is tropical region. Sun rays is directly falling. See, on the equator, because of the rainfall, less temperature. Comparatively, this is a tropical region. On the equator, actually there should be 33, 34 is the normal room temperature. Normally, 30, 32, 32, 33, 29 to 35 is the normal room temperature. But because of the, everyday rainfall at the equator region, there is a less minimum temperature, means 20 degree. After equator, there is less rain, but there is direct fall of the sunlight. That means what? Temperature going to increases here. But is it increases still here? No, because here there is no continent. So increases somewhat like 30, not more than 30. Right? Because in southern hemisphere, there is no continent. Just water. After that, temperature going to decrease or increase? After tropical region. Temperature decreases because near to pole, right? Temperature decreases. So, if we look at this graph, which is the highest temperature region? Around 30 degree north, right? This around 25 to 35 degree north. This is the highest temperature zone in the horizontal section of the earth. Okay, not 25 to 35 south, it is 25 to 35 north. Are you understood? Understood? Everybody. This is how. See, this is the earth and this is the horizontal distribution of the ocean water temperature. Horizontal distribution nothing but at the equator, means at the lesser latitude, less temperature, higher latitude, more temperature. No, ulta. Lesser latitude, high temperature. Lesser latitude means at the equator, high temperature, and near to the equator like 0 degree, 10 degree, 20 degree, 30 degree. These are the lesser latitude. Lesser means 10 is lesser than the 20, 30 is lesser than the 60. So lesser latitude, this region, near to the equator, tropical region, this region having high temperature. Normally, ocean water bitbidi, normally high temperature iruttalla because of direct sun rays. So when there is direct sun rays means ocean water also going to increase its temperature. And comparatively, here it is polar region means colder region. So the water, the ocean water near to the polar region always cold. Ocean current ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಪೋಲಿಂದ ಹೊರಟಿರೋದು ಅಂತ. That means what? Less temperature. Again, on the 0 degree latitude, yes, there is a direct sun rays, but as well as convectional winds, convectional clouds. Because of these convectional clouds, rainfall, everyday rainfall at the 0 degree latitude. When because of this everyday rainfall, temperature going to decreases. Because of the rainfall, temperature going to decreases at the equator, but not at the tropical region. So at the equator, if the room temperature is 35, but the ocean water temperature going to decrease because of the precipitation. ಮಳೆ ಬರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಓಷನ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 30-34-35 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಈಕ್ವೇಟರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಈಕ್ವೇಟರ್ ಮೇಲಿರೋ ನೀರು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ 20 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಅರೌಂಡ್. So if you go to from equator to northern region, if you are traveling from the equator to northern hemisphere, temperature of the ocean water going to increases at the tropical region, not at the temperate region. After 30 going to decreases, but at until tropical region, until the 30, temperature going to increases to the extent maximum. After that going to decreases, because again we are moving towards the pole. Here in the southern hemisphere also, in the tropical region, because the direct sun rays, temperature going to increases. But after crossing tropical region, when we enter into the temperate region, again temperature going to decrease, and while reaching the pole, it is like 0 degree or less than that. This is how. So what is the highest temperature zone? Northern hemisphere tropical region. That too around 25, around 30. This is the highest ocean water temperature zone or high temperature zone of the ocean water. It is not on the equator. Why not on the equator? Why temperature is less? Exactly, because of the precipitation. Next, vertical distribution. This is horizontal, right? Next, vertical distribution of the rainwater. Ocean temperature. Vertical distribution of the ocean temperature. Vertical means what? Depth. Consider this as the ocean. This is the depth. This is the ocean surface. This is the depth. And consider temperature here. Like, consider this as a 0 degree, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, so on. Here minus 10, minus 20, minus 30, minus 40, minus 50, like this. This is the surface of ocean, and this is the temperature. This is the temperature, and this is the depth. Depth, like in terms of meter, 500, no, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000, 1100, 1200. In terms of meter, okay, 1200, like this. This is how. Normally, at the equator, 20 degrees Celsius, we told, around 20 degrees Celsius, right, temperature. If we started from here, 20 degrees Celsius, this is the surface of the, this is the depth, okay, this is the depth, and this is the surface, depth of the ocean here, and this is the surface. When we started from the surface, temperature going to decrease or increase while we moving towards bottom of the ocean. The temperature increase or decrease. We started from the surface. See here around, it is a equator. Consider this as a equator on the ocean. Maybe 20 degrees Celsius, because of the everyday rainfall, the temperature is 20 degrees Celsius, and that is on the surface. And if we came 500 meter down, just imagine we went to 500 meter down, the temperature of that region is more, or temperature of surface region is more. Surface is more, right? 20 degree means when we went 500 degree bottom, 500 degree deep, the temperature going to decreases, because ನೀರು ಒಳಗೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇದ್ದಷ್ಟು ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗೆ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು 10ಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದಾ, 10 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನು ಹೀಗೆ 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 ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೀಗೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಫುಲ್, ರೈಟ್? If you look at 20 degree or 25 to 35 degree north, the room temperature is around temperature on the surface of the earth. ಮೊದಲೇ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, highest means 35-40 ಇರ್ಬೋದು, means ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Again when it comes down, temperature going to increase or decreases? Decreases. This is the temperature. Okay, decreases, and again it reaches this only, right? It reaches this only. If we started from the pole, like polar region, room temperature itself is minus 20 degree. Assume we started from the Antarctica, a surface temperature itself is minus 20 degree. Again we came down, temperature going to increase or decreases? Very cold at the surface. Very cold means it's like ice. When we move to the bottom, temperature increases, because already here there is a heat which is coming from this region. So this heat transfers here. So temperature going to increases. That means minus 10. Increase means minus only, but comparatively increases. Minus 10 minus, like this, and reaches. And after that, this will be like this. This is the vertical section. Okay. This is called thermocline. Thermocline means change in temperature. From here to here, from here to here, from here to here are called thermocline. After that, constant temperature. See, when we go deeper and deeper, if temperature going to change its temperature, if we move from one region to another, if temperature changes is there, then it is called thermocline. You should not able to say like temperature decreases, because here temperature increasing. Thermocline definition heduvaga, if you move down, if temperature decreases, that is called thermocline. Wrong, because if you move down here, temperature increasing. So if you move down, change in the temperature, that is called thermocline. Change in the temperature. After that, after certain point of time, there is no changes. It will be constant. It will be constant like this. So from the surface of the earth or from the surface of the ocean till the constant temperature. There is a change in the temperature, right? All along the journey. That region is called thermocline region. From the surface to the constant surface. Here also temperature stagnant. Here also temperature stagnant. From this stagnant temperature to this stagnant temperature, there is a temperature changes, right? This temperature changing way is called thermocline. Means when it comes down, if temperature changes, right? That temperature change phenomena is called thermocline. Temperature decreases or increases with depth. Okay. Again at the bottom, what happens? Sometimes because of volcanic activity, volcano means what? Magma and all. Because of that, again temperature going to increase sometime. Again suddenly like this, underwater. Suddenly like this. What is this? Suddenly like this means around 40 degrees Celsius below water because of the volcanic activity. Right? Because of volcanic activity. But this is thermocline from here to here. This is vertical section. Before first one is horizontal section. Okay, very important. So thermocline, you can say the zone which separates warm water from cold water. The zone which separates warm water from cold water. See, this is the warm water and this is the cold water comparatively. So this is the zone which separates warm water from the cold water. Here comparatively this is the warm, this is the cold, and the zone which separates warm water from the cold water, this is the thermocline. So these are the thermocline, this area. Okay. Okay, what is salinity? The amount of salt present in the water is called salinity. Okay. Definition bigger. The amount of salt dissolved in ocean water is known as salinity. What is the measuring unit? Salinometer. We discussed this. Measuring unit, salinometer. Salino. What is the reading? Parts per thousand, not 100. Parts per thousand, not percentage. Parts per thousand. Parts per thousand, right? Parts per thousand, not 100. Now percentage ಹೇಗೆ ಬರಿತೀವಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಬರಿತೀವಲ್ವಾ, ಇದು ಹೀಗಲ್ಲ. Parts per thousand means 1 liter means 1000 ml, not 100 ml. So 35.2 grams of salts dissolved in 1 liter of water means 1000 ml of water. 35.2 grams of salt, that is the standard on average. Dissolved in 1 liter means 1000 ml of water. And what is fresh water, brackish water, saline and brine water? I already gave a chart itself, right? ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ. And what are the salt? Salt means what? ಎಲ್ಲದೂ NaCl, ಎಲ್ಲದೂ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್, ಅಡಿಗೆ ಉಪ್ಪೇನಾ? ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸಮುದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಪೂರ ಅಡಿಗೆ ಉಪ್ಪಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್? ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವ ಸಾಲ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಅದೇ NaCl is the maximum amount. But there are different salts. If the question is like only sodium chloride is there, NaCl is there in the ocean, no. That is the maximum amount. But there are some other salts. Take the other salts. Magnesium chloride. First one is sodium chloride, NaCl, maximum. Sodium chloride, SODIUM, sodium, CHLORID, chloride, and RIDE. That is the chemical name NaCl. That is the highest amount. After that, magnesium chloride. Magnesium chloride, MgCl. After that, magnesium sulfide. Magnesium sulfide, MgSO4. MgSO4. Next, calcium sulfate. Calcium sulfate, CaSO4. Calcium sulfate. Then factor which is responsible for salinity, again we discussed it. Factor which is responsible for salinity, like temperature only. Again, if temperature increases, what happens to the salinity of the ocean? If temperature increase means more evaporation. More evaporation means only water vapor evaporate. The concentration of the left behind salt going to increases. When concentration increase means salinity of that salt, salinity of that water going to increase. So temperature having direct effect on salinity. Temperature having directly responsible for the salinity means directly proportional, indirectly proportional. If the statement is temperature is directly proportional to the salinity of the ocean, right or wrong? Temperature is directly proportional to the salinity of the ocean water. Directly proportional means what? If temperature increases, there should be salinity also increases. Yes, right. So it is directly proportional. Next, distribution of land and water also having some effects on the salinity, right? Distribution of land and water means in northern hemisphere, because of the lot many continent, the salt which is present in the continent, which will come to the ocean, come to the sea, because through river, the salt amount which is present in the ocean, which is present in the continent, reaches the sea. So the water body which is present near the continent are more saline. Dead Sea, Mediterranean Sea, more saline. Why? That is landlocked sea. All the rivers which drains into the ocean or sea carry some salt which is there in the continent, right? And in the southern hemisphere, what happens? Because of evaporation, because of the clouds and all, high precipitation. High precipitation means again dilution. Dilution means less minimum salinity compared to northern hemisphere. So northern hemisphere high saline, southern hemisphere less saline. That's all. Adana keltare. Persian Gulf is more saline than the Red Sea or not? Persian Gulf more saline than Red Sea. My statement. Which is northern, Persian Gulf or Red Sea? Persian Gulf is northern. Northern means near to the. That means Persian Gulf is more saline than the Red Sea. Red Sea and Arabian Sea. Red Sea is more saline than the Arabian Sea. And Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. Arabian Sea is more saline than the Bay of Bengal. That's all. Then influx and inflow of water is also responsible for the salinity, because if river water coming from the glaciers reaches the sea, that river water is a fresh water. The fresh water, when it reaches the saline water, the salinity going to dilute. Dilute means the salinity going to decrease. So inflow or the influx of the water, maybe because of the precipitation or because of the river water, both precipitation and the river water or the fresh water. So salinity of the ocean going to decreases. So again it has some effects on the ocean water. Influx and inflow of the fresh water. That's all. Let us see a horizontal distribution of salinity through diagram. Same thing. ಆಗ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಯಾವುದು ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದೇ ಥರ salinity. Take horizontal distribution of the salinity. Horizontal distribution of salinity, same diagram. Exactly same diagram. (0°). This is 90°. 90° poles. That is 0°. Equator. This is salinity. Consider this is salinity line. Okay. Line parts per 1000. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So on. Again 30, 60, 30, 60. Now tell me, what happens to the salinity at the equator? Equator, because of high temperature, more evaporation means salinity going to increases at that place, but because of the precipitation again dilutes salinity. So comparatively northern hemisphere is higher saline than the equator. Northern hemisphere means landlocked, more land. So here it is less, like if 35.2 is the average, right? Here it is like around 29, 30, here in the like consider it as a 29. And if you go to northern hemisphere, temperature going to increase or decrease? Northern hemisphere, not temperature, salinity increases. Northern hemisphere because of the continent and because of the high temperature continent, tropical region, because of the high temperature, high solar insolation means high evaporation. When high evaporation, salt left behind, so concentration of salt going to increase, so salinity going to increases. Like around 40, right? 30 degree ಹೋಗುವಾಗ 140 ಹೋಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಹೀಗೆ. Then above 30 again going to increase or decrease? Decreases because less solar insolation near to polar region. Less solar insolation means there is no evaporation of water. Means water is there, means diluted water, means it's going to decrease. Not E level decrease agalla. Salinity just okay. So again here in southern hemisphere, because of the higher continent, temperature going to increases or decreases? In southern hemisphere, because of the tropical region means solar insolation, than equator little bit temperature is there at the tropical region. After crossing tropical region, getting entered into temperate region, again temperature decreases. When temperature decreases, salinity also decreases because there is no evaporation, there is no precipitation. So there is no evaporation. So little bit high temperature, but it is lesser than northern hemisphere. Why it is lesser than northern hemisphere? Salinity is lesser than northern hemisphere here because it is southern. Southern means there is no land, only ocean. When there is no land, salinity is less. So again after 30 degree, it's going to decrease again, right? After 30 degree, again going to decrease. So what is the highest salinity place? What is the highest salinity zone? Around 25, 30, 35 degree north than the equator. Idhan keltare exam. Than the equator. Okay. See, on the equator what happens? From morning to evening salinity decreases. On the equator, write down this. On the equator, from morning to evening salinity going to increases. Why? Because evaporation of the ocean water. When evaporates, only moisture going to evaporate, only water going to evaporate, and salinity left behind. When salinity left behind, concentration of this ocean water going to increases, so salinity going to increase. When evaporation happens at the equator from the morning, because of that heat temperature, because of the direct sun rays, evaporation happens at the equator. Because of this evaporation, only water evaporates. So salt left behind. When salt left behind in less minimum water means concentration of that salt water going to increases. But after evening what happens? Every day rainfall at 4 o'clock in the equator. Because of that precipitation, again rainwater means temperature going to decreases. So it is the cycle. Morning to evening, salinity increases. After evening, again salinity decreases. Morning to evening increases, again after evening decreases because of the precipitation at the equator. See, this is on the equator. Okay. So northern hemisphere having high salinity than the southern hemisphere. Yes or no? Yes, because of the continent. Northern hemisphere having high salinity than the southern hemisphere. And subtropical and tropical having high salinity than the equator. Tropical is having high salinity than the equator. Tropical regions having high salinity than the equator. Yes. Temperate region having high salinity than the tropical region. No. Temperate region having high salinity than the tropical region. No. Temperate region having less salinity than the tropical region. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ? ಹೇಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರ್ ಇಷ್ಟೇ. Polar region having high salinity than the equator? No. Okay, this is the horizontal section. Again, take vertical. Again, other diagram. Model vertical section for the salinity. Again, one is surface, another one is depth. Consider this is the depth of the ocean. This is the surface of the ocean. This is the surface of the ocean. Surface of the ocean. Depth in meters. This is the depth. 500, 600, 700, and like this. Then salinity. Consider a salinity as a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 50, 60. This is vertical, okay? Vertical salinity map. Salinity map, graph, whatever. See, at the surface, temperature is maximum or minimum compared to bottom. I mean, salinity is not temperature. At the surface, salinity is minimum or maximum. Minimum, because salt water means concentration of that water is more. When concentration means weight of that water more. When it is denser, it moves to the bottom. When it is lighter, it moves to the surface. So, at the surface water experiencing less salinity, bottom of the ocean experiencing more salinity. That means like this or this. Hey, if like this is 35, this is the surface of the water 35. ಹೀಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಾ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಾ? ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಗೇನ್ like this, right? This is called halocline. With increasing depth, if salinity increases, then that region is called halocline. Halocline. This is the region. After certain point of depth, temperature, salinity going to be constant. Why more salinity at the bottom? Because salinity means denser. Something denser means it is weightier. Means density high means that is weightful. Weightful means that will come down only. ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ತೂಕ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೆಳಗೆ. Less saline means comes above. So if you look, if you went to deeper and deeper, salinity going to increases. Okay, that is another reason why the ocean life forms, they will not settle at the bottom of the ocean, because they are not able to live in that much high salinity. They will only at the surface of the ocean. That time I told you, because of the sunlight and because of the oxygen, and this is another reason, because at the bottom high salinity they are not able to bear that kind of sunlight, that much salinity, so they are not able to live. There is again they need to do modification in their morphology, so that is not possible. That's why bottom of the ocean very less life organisms or life Surface of the ocean, there is lot many. Around 90% of the life of the ocean is at the surface of the ocean. Surface means around 200, 300 meter depth, not at the 1 meter, 2 meter. Okay, this is all. What is halocline? Salinity increases with depth. Surface less, bottom more. Okay. Take heading thermohaline circulation. ಎರಡನ್ನು mix ಮಾಡೋಣ ಈಗ. Thermohaline circulation. Consider a sea. This is the land and this is the bottom of the sea, and again this is the land, this is the bottom of the sea. So this is the bottom of the sea. Okay, land, here also land. From the land, what happens? River water comes, right? Land, river water comes like this. When river water comes, here is a lava, magma, like this is a chimney, lava erupts. Because of this lava, high temperature here. High temperature means what happens? High temperature, pressure going to decreases. Pressure going to decrease. High temperature, pressure means upward movement of water. So waters move like this. Again, water move like this. After, when high temperature water means hot water moves up, the water which is there at this part, like cold water, comes below, right? Illiro water ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So again ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ hot water ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Same thing. And male ಹೋದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, because of this high temperature, some amount evaporates. Some amount evaporates means what? Salinity going to increase or decreases? Salinity going to increases. When increases means denser, it will become denser. Denser means again because of gravity, again it will come down like this. ಹೀಗೆ ಹೀಗೆ, it's kind of circle, like ಹೀಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. It's a kind of circle. ಈ ಕಡೆನೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹೀಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎವಾಪರೇಷನ್ ಸಮ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಎವಾಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ವಾಟರ್. ಎವಾಪರೇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೋರ್ saline means denser means again come back, again because here high temperature again moves up and again come back, moves up, come back. Because of evaporation some amount of water evaporates and left behind is the salt, and this salt is more concentrate, and more concentrate means more denser means higher weight means it will come down. This is circulation. This circulation is called thermohaline circulation. Over. See, take heading as a density of ocean water or density. At the surface of the water, what about the density? The density is less. At the bottom of the ocean water, density is less. Density is, salt density. How dense it is? If it is saline means higher denser. If it is fresh means less denser. The density of the water. is going to increase or decrease when we move from the surface of the water towards bottom? Increases, means at the surface less denser, at the bottom more denser. Okay, diagram. Density as heading. This is the depth of ocean. Consider this is the surface. Let's write a reading. Density in 1.024 in the start ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. At the surface of the water, it is somewhat 1.024 denser, and 1.025, 1.026, 1. So see, this is not like our temperature, or this is not like our salinity. There is less minimum changes. Density sudden ತುಂಬಾ changes ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ತುಂಬಾ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗೂ ವಿಸ್ಕೋಸಿಟಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ವಾಟರ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅಥವಾ ತುಂಬ ಥಿಕ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ವಾಟರ್. ಥಿಕ್ ಏನಿರಲ್ಲ, ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ತುಂಬ ಕಮ್ಮಿ. ಸೊ 0.0 something changes. 0.025 ಇಂದ 26 means 0.001% changes. ಓಕೆ, ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ 0.001% changes ಆಗೋದು. 27, 0.028 means bottom of the ocean density. If you look at the bottom of the ocean water and surface ocean water, the density is not that much difference, but there is a difference, very minute difference. Yes, there is a definitely difference in the density, but that difference is not large difference. That difference is very minute difference. Okay, how at the surface of the water, consider there is a 1.025. Density going to increase or decreases? When you move bottom, increase means like this, right? Like this. Like if it is a certain point of time, after that constant density, like salinity, like temperature. After certain time, it is a constant density. So, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ನೇಮ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. If increase in the depth, change in the density, that region is called what? Pycnocline or pycnocline, not pyco. Pycnocline. 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 Pycnocline means this is the region which separates two kinds of density, or with increasing depth. When we move deeper and deeper, if density of the water decreases, then we call that region as a pycnocline region. The water of lower density separate from water of higher density. That region is called pycnocline. See, this is the water of higher density, and this is the water of lower density, and this is the region which separates higher density region and lower density region. That region is called pycnocline. That's it. Take heading as a movements in ocean water. There is two kinds of movements in ocean water. Okay, one is vertical and another is horizontal. Vertical, horizontal. See, tide is an energy. Tide is an energy that is vertical movement. Tide. And sea waves is a movement of the water that is horizontal. Sea waves. Normally, ನೀವು ಸಮುದ್ರದ ಅಲೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಟೈಡ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರೋದು. Means that is the vertical movement. Tides is the vertical movement. But ನೀರು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ, means ಆ ವೇವ್, sea wave ಅಲೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So tide is the vertical movement, sea wave is the horizontal movement. There are two kinds of movement in the ocean water. Okay, ಇದನ್ನು ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ರಾಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. Tide is the vertical movement, ocean water is the, or sea wave is the vertical, sea wave is the horizontal, tide is the vertical. Okay, What is C waves then? Waves ಏನು? Waves is nothing but energy which is in motion. Energy in motion are called C waves. This is the definition actually. ಸಮುದ್ರದ ಅಲೆಗೆ definition the waves in I mean the energy in its motion, momental ಇದ್ರೆ. See, there are two kinds of waves, right? One is this is also your mobile signal waves is also kind of waves, electromagnetic waves, right? There are two kinds of waves. One is electromagnetic, another one is mechanical waves. There are two kinds of waves irutte, electromagnetic, another one is mechanical. My question is, C waves is which kind of wave, mechanical or electromagnetic? Mechanical waves, not electromagnetic. C waves are mechanical. What is the difference between mechanical and electromagnetic? See, these mechanical waves needs some medium to travel, and here water is the medium. For C wave, it is the energy and water is the medium to travel. So all mechanical waves needs medium to travel. That is not the case with the electromagnetic waves. C waves, seismic waves. Yesterday we discussed, while we discussing this one, earthquake, we discussed seismic waves. Seismic wave is the energy, and rock and another soil, that is the medium to travel. If there is no rock, there is no wave, seismic waves, right? So that's why that one, what is that? S wave. S wave will not pass through the outer core. The reason is there is not proper medium. That wave needs solid as a medium, right? So there is no solid means that will not move. So something like mediator is needed for the mechanical waves. Electromagnetic waves, there is no need of mediator. Okay, that's all. Seismic waves, this water waves, sea waves, these are all the mechanical waves. Sound waves also mechanical waves. Electromagnetic, no need of mediator to travel or medium to travel. Here what is the medium? Water itself is the medium. Take heading as a constructive waves. There are two kinds of waves, constructive and destructive waves. See, if one wave is like this, if another wave is like this one, if another wave is like this only, so what happens to this wave? Energy of this wave going to increases. So it is a constructive wave. If consider this is the A, this is the standard one, and this is the A, and B. If you look at B as the another wave, it is like this. After a certain point of time, there is no wave, like there will be normalization, because it is a destructive wave. See, this A is going to increases its length, like tide is going to increases. This A, it adds the energy. This A adds the existing wave. This A wave increases energy of the existing wave. So again wave increases its height. So this B wave, it decreases its height because it is against to the existing standard wave. Like il male hodaga il kelag bandide. When it is crest, it is trough. When it is trough, it is crest. It is opposite direction, opposite time. So this wave separate diagram barri. Na ondralle bardeni separate two diagram barri. See, constructive wave means A. This is destructive wave. The wave going to destruct. Constructive means wave going to increases. Separate diagram ಬರೀರಿ. ಎರಡು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ವೇವ್ ಬರೀರಿ. ಒಂದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟಿವ್, ಅನ್ನೋದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟಿವ್. ಎರಡನೇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು, ಈ ಎ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟಿವ್ ವೇವ್ಸ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ red. There is no green in the destructive wave diagram. In the constructive wave diagram, this black and green. the wave going to increase its height in the constructive waves. The wave going to destruct means normalizes after certain point of time in destructive. Which is dangerous? ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟಿವ್ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಡೇಂಜರಸ್, ಅದನ್ನು ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ದ ನೇಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಡೇಂಜರಸ್. ವೈ? ಇಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ನಾರ್ಮಲೈಸ್, ವೇವ್ ಹೈಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಅಥವಾ ಸಿ ಸೈಡ್ ಇರೋರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವೇವ್ ಹೈಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ದ ಶಿಪ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಶೋರ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ come ups and down. It is at stable only. Destructive waves. Constructive waves, it increases its length, it increases its height, right? The tide height going to increases in the constructive waves. When tide height going to increases, the waves going to increase, right? When there is a large amount of waves, when it is waves is like this, then fishermen going to affect. So it is destructive. I mean, it is a dangerous. Constructive trade is dangerous. Sorry, constructive tide is dangerous. Destructive tide is not dangerous. Okay. So when it is constructive tide is there, the meteorological department they'll give announcement like there is a constructive tide in the ocean, in the sea. Don't go for a fishing and all. There is a large amount of tide which is coming. Antalla announcement ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾಡಳಿತ ಡಿ ಸಿ ಆಫೀಸಿಂದ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಶರ್ಮ್ಯಾನ್ಸಿಗೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಅವಾಗ ಸಮುದ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಇಳಿಯಲ್ಲ. ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಟೈಡ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಗುಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಫಿಶಿಂಗ್ ನೀವು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಇನ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಿಶಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಲೈಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಶೋರ್ ತುಂಬ ದೂರ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಅವರೇ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆಫೀಸಿಂದನೇ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಡಿ ಸಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಡಿ ಸಿ ಆಫೀಸಿಂದನೇ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ನೀವು ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮೆಟ್ರಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಲೈನ್ ಇರೋ ಲೈಕ್ ಇಫ್ ಡಿ ಸಿ ಆಫ್ ಉಡುಪಿ ನೀವು ಮಲ್ಪೆಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ರೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟಿವ್ ವೇವ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ನೀವು ಮೇ ಬಿ ಡೇಂಜರಸ್ ವೇವ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೀವು ಫಿಶಿಂಗಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಿಸಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ನೋ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, destructive wave is less dangerous. Constructive, if it is, that is okay. If it is constructive wave, it is normal. Go ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ fisherman gone. Okay, this is all. Okay, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. So, see, this water come to the shore, right? ಈ ಅಲೆ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, come to the shore and hit to the rocks which is there at the shore. And rock, what happens to that rock? Weathering takes place. So ಇದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಬಂದು that is called swash. 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 The water that comes up and hit to the shore and weathering takes place because of that. That is called swash. The water that goes back from the shore, that is called back swash. Just take back swash. The water which returns back from the shore. The water that goes back from the shore is called back swash. Right? And coastal erosion is because of these swash and back swashes. ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Because of this coastal erosion happens. And what is the barrier for the coastal erosion? In a morning class I discussed this. What is the barrier for natural barrier for mangroves? Exactly, mangroves is the barrier for coastal erosion. Swash and backswash is the reason for coastal erosion. See, when there is a constructive tide or when there is a tide in the ocean, so the height of the tide in a deep sea means in madhya samudradalli, deep sea is more, or height of the tide at the shore is more. ನಮಗೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಡೀಪ್ ಸಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋರ್ ಅಲೆ ಅಂತ, ಬಟ್ ಸಮುದ್ರ ತೀರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಅಲೆ ಎತ್ತರ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಟು ಡೀಪ್ ಸಿ. ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ದ ಹೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಟೈಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೋರ್ at the shore, not in the deep sea. Height of the tide height of the tide or height of water in deep sea is less. Height of water in shallow water or at the shore is more. Height of water at the shore is more. So high tide region, high tide ಆದಾಗ ಈ ಶೋರಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಫಿಶರ್ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಮೋರ್, ನಾಟ್ ಡೀಪ್ ಸಿ. ಡೀಪ್ ಸಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಫಿಶರ್ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ constructive tide and some fisherman is at the middle of the ocean, he will not going to affect. One or at the shore of the ocean, continental shelf ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, he gone because of this, like this. Okay? See, tsunami is continental phenomena or oceanic phenomena? If it is a continental phenomena, ನಾನು ಕ್ಲೈಮೆಟಾಲಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ಅದನ್ನು, ಅಥವಾ ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಜಿಯೋಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಓಷಿಯಾನಿಕ್ ಫಿನಾಮಿನಾ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇವಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಟೇಕ್ ಹೆಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಸ್ ಎ ಸುನಾಮಿ. ಇಸ್ ಎ ಓಷಿಯಾನಿಕ್ ಫಿನಾಮಿನಾ, ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಓಷನೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್. ಸುನಾಮಿ ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಳಿ. SU ಟಿ ಬಿಡಬೇಡಿ. ಸುನಾಮಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟಿ. ಟಿ ಕೊಡೋದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸುನಾಮಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟಿ. ಸುನಾಮಿ. The scientific name for tsunami is harbor wave. HARBR. Harbor. HARBOR. Harbor wave. See, tsunami is a Japanese word. Okay. Japanese word for the wave, big wave. Japan, Japanese wave. Japanese word. ಹೇಗೆ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ. ಹೇಗೆ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸುನಾಮಿ? ಸುನಾಮಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸುನಾಮಿ? ಸಮುದ್ರದ ನೀರು ಉಕ್ಕಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಂದು ಆ ಸಮುದ್ರ ತಟದಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರದೇಶವನ್ನ ಮುಳುಗಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸುನಾಮಿ. ಸಮುದ್ರ ನೀರು ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸುನಾಮಿ? ಸಿ, ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಸಿ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಸಿ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಲೀಡ್ಸ್ ಸುನಾಮಿ. Long sea. See, the height of the tides or height of the waves, if increases, what happens to length of the tides? See, when wave length increases, what happens to the wave height? My question is wrong. When height increases, my question is when, like, this is the highest, okay, highest. When height increases, this length, this is the wavelength, okay, trough to trough, this is the wavelength. When height of the tide increases, the wavelength going to decreases. When height of the tide decreases, like I'll show you. When height of the tide decreases, when height of the tide decreases, it is like this, here to here, then wavelength going to increases, here to here, right? This much wavelength. So my question is, which kind of wave? This is the short wave, this is the long wave. Which kind of wave cause tsunami? Long means high length waves, means long waves, means short height waves, means this one high wavelength irodu. This high wavelength waves leads to tsunami. Long sea waves leads to tsunami. Long sea waves leads to tsunami. See, there are two kinds of waves. One is short wave, another one is a long wave. If it is short wave means in terms of wavelength, not in terms of height. Short in terms of wavelength. See, this is the distance between two troughs, and this is the distance between the two crests. See, Here it is long wave, means long wavelength. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಟೂ ಟ್ರಫ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಲಾಂಗ್ wavelength. If you look at this and ಈ ರೀಜನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ರೀಜನ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಉದ್ದ ಇದೆ, ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಲಾಂಗ್ ವೇವ್ಲೆಂತ್. ಲಾಂಗ್ ವೇವ್ಲೆಂತ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ವೇವ್. ಲಾಂಗ್ ವೇವ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾಟ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ವೇವ್. ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಕೊಡೋ ಬದಲು ಹೇಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಲೆಸ್ ಹೈಟ್ ಇರೋ ವೇವ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸುನಾಮಿ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೈಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ವೇವ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ, ರೈಟ್? ನಮಗೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ, ಓ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಆಗೋಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಮೇಲಾರುತ್ತೆ ನೀರು. ಸೊ ಏನೋ, if it is the height of the tide is increases, maybe tsunami occurs. No. If height, no, short height or short wavelength, short height, long wavelength, tide causes tsunami. Long sea waves causes tsunami. Long sea wave means automatically the tide length, the height of that wave is small only. If it is long wavelength sea waves means, if it is long wavelength wave means the height of that wave is less only. Okay, ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ the height is less. This long wave means the height is less only. So ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇದನ್ನೇ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ತುಂಬಾ ಹೈಟ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ನೋ, ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಹೈಟ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಹೈಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವೇವ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. And what is the reason for the tsunami? ಯಾಕೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸಮುದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾಕೆ ನೀರು ಒಂದೇ ಸತಿ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್? ಅಂಡರ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಅರ್ಥ್ಕ್ವೇಕ್. ಅಂಡರ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಅರ್ಥ್ಕ್ವೇಕ್, ಎನಾರ್ಮಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ವೈಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಲೈಕ್ I'll show you. There are so many reasons, but the major reason is underwater earthquake. So earthquake ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆನೇ ನೋಡಿ, ಸಮುದ್ರದೊಳಗಾದ್ರೂ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ. Like this is the land, this is the water. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಒಂದೆರಡು ತರ ಇದೆ. Like consider this is the focus. Ille earthquake ಆಯ್ತು, means it is very near to abyssal plane. This is the plane, water. These are the water. Okay, this is water. Ille ಆಯ್ತು, means focus. This is the epicenter, and like this. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹೀಗೆ. This is the water. Like ಹೀಗಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಹೀಗಾಗತ್ತೆ. See. ಮೊದಲು ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಇತ್ತು ನೀರು, ಸಮುದ್ರದ ನೀರು ದಡದವರೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅರ್ಥ್ಕ್ವೇಕ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಫೋಕಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಏನಿತ್ತು, ಸೀಸ್ಮಿಕ್ ವೇವ್ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೀಸ್ಮಿಕ್ ವೇವ್ಸ್, ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೀಸ್ಮಿಕ್ ವೇವ್ಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ವಾಟರ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ acts like a wave. Water also acts like a wave, and when it acts like a wave, it's kind of circular shape. When it is circular shape, the person who is standing here, he feels ಸಮುದ್ರ ನೀರು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ನೋಡಿ, ಮೊದಲು ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು ನೀರು, ವೇವ್ಸ್, ಸಿ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಇವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ಅವನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ, ಏನಿದು ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದು ಹೀಗೆ ಹೋಗಿರೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಲಾಂಗ್ ವೇವ್, ಹೀಗೆ 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 ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಗೇನ್ ಹೀಗೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹೀಗಾನ್ ಅವನ ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಸುನಾಮಿದೆಲ್ಲ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ನಾ ಹಿಂಗೆ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದೇನಲ್ಲ ಹೀಗೆ ಇರೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಲೈಕ್ ಎ ಪಿಚ್ ಝೋನ್ ಇದೆ. ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸುನಾಮಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಅನದರ್ ಸೈನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸುನಾಮಿ. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ನೆಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಶೇಕ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಸಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಹಿಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಜಾಗ ಖಾಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಹಿಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ಅಂದರೆ ಅಂಡರ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸುನಾಮಿ ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಗೇನ್ ಸಡನ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವೇವ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ವೇವ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಲೆಂತ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ವೇವ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್. ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೀರು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀರು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆದಾಗ ಇವನು ಅವ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕರೀತಾನೆ, ನೀರು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಡನ್ ಹಿಟ್, ಸಡನ್ ಹಿಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್. underwater earthquake is the normal reason for the major reason for the tsunami. And some of the theories also talks about asteroid impact is also another reason. Asteroid, maybe because of asteroid belt, some asteroid, some rocks may hit to the ocean, mid of the ocean. Because of that, some waves arise. Because of that, maybe tsunami came. ಅದು ಒಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ asteroid impact. And sometimes because of the deep sea mining, ಇವಾಗ offshore petroleum extraction ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ deep sea mining ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Some of the minerals which is present at the deep sea, we are extracting that. Because of that, the structure of the deep sea going to disturb. When structure disturbs, there may be a slip. Because of that slip, again there is a disturbances over the surface. When there is a disturbance, means again tsunami. This is how deep sea mining, asteroid impact, and the main reason is earthquake. Okay, and sometimes underwater explosions. Something we try our explosives in underwater sometime. ನಾವೇನಾದ್ರು ಬಾಂಬ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದವರು ಅದನ್ನ ಅಂಡರ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಆರ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ವಾಟರ್ನ ನಾವು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡರ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋಸಿವ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅರ್ಥಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನಲಿ, ನಾವೇನೋ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಆದಾಗ ಅಗೇನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಾಟರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಆದಾಗ ಅಗೇನ್ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಂಥ್ರೋಪೋಜೆನಿಕ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಸುನಾಮಿ ನೌಡೇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಂಥ್ರೋಪೋಜೆನಿಕ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಬಾಂಬ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು ಆಂಥ್ರೋಪೋಜೆನಿಕ್, ಸಮುದ್ರದೊಳಗೆ ಬಾಂಬ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. And you know this, if the focus is here, then the effect of tsunami is more. Consider the focus is here, like it is away from the surface of the earth, here, then tsunami ne baralla. One waves ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಲೈಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಸುನಾಮಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, if the focus is very near to the surface of the abyssal plain, then only we experience this large amount of tsunami. If the focus is away from the surface of the earth, that to abyssal plain, away from the surface of the earth, it is when it is too deeper, when the focus is too deeper, then we will not get this much of tsunami effect. If it is tsunami, hitted a lot, like it destroyed a lot many people's, it takes away lot many people's life, it takes away entire cities. If this is the news, that is near surface focus earthquake. And there was a tsunami, but it is not destructive. It is very liberal, and there is no destruction happened. If that was the news, that means inner earth focused earthquake. Okay, that's all. And what are the reasons for tsunami? Earthquake, asteroid impact, deep sea mining, explosions, ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಿ, ಸುನಾಮಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇಬ್ಬರು ಬೋಟಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್, ಒಬ್ಬ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೋಟಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹಿ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ನಿಯರ್ ಟು ದಿ ಶೋರ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಒನ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೋಟ್. ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೋಟಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದ ಬೋಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಡೀಪ್ ಸಿ, ಮಿಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಓಷನ್, is not going to affect for the tsunami. Okay, the boat which is present at the shore of the sea, is going to affect more, because while the wave comes here, it is on a higher altitude. Okay, when it started, it is very less altitude, like long wavelength, very minimum altitude, very minimum height. Okay, so the boat which is present at the mid of the ocean going to affect more. The boat which is present at the shore of the ocean affects less. Affects more. Vice versa. The boat which is present at the mid of the ocean going to affect less. The boat which is present at the shore of the ocean going to affect more. Means the persons, the cities. City irrelevant. Boat. So tsunami early warning system ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Okay. ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತಾ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸುನಾಮಿ? ತುಂಬಾ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಹೇಳಿ? ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ನಿಕೋಬಾರ್ ಇಂದ ಕೆಳಗೆ 2004 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ನಿಕೋಬಾರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸುಮಾತ್ರಾ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಬೇ ಆಫ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂಡಮಾನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಕೋಬಾರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾತ್ರಾ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ನಿಕೋಬಾರ್, ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ನಿಕೋಬಾರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸದರ್ನ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ನಿಕೋಬಾರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸುಮಾತ್ರಾ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥಕ್ವೇಕ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಸುನಾಮಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಇದು ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿತ್ತು, ಒಡಿಸ್ಸಾ, ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್, ಆಂಧ್ರ ಪ್ರದೇಶ್ ಫುಲ್ 2004 ತುಂಬ ಜನ ಸತ್ತಿದ್ರು ಅದ್ರ 2004 ಸುನಾಮಿ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ. ದ ಸುನಾಮಿ ವಿಚ್ ಅಕರ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ in between Great Nicobar and Sumatra in 2004, and the focus area is here. ಇಲ್ಲಿ focus area ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. In the focus area, which focus area? Earthquake focus area. The earthquake focus area which is in between the Great Nicobar and Sumatra. This is Sumatra. This is Great Nicobar. Great Nicobar is one of the island in the Nicobar. Great Nicobar. ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ ಅಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. 2004 ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್, ಐ ಗೆಸ್ ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ 2004. ಸೊ ಹೇಗೆ ಅರ್ಲಿ ವಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಸೆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸೀಸ್ಮೋಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಫ್ಲೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಸೆನ್ಸರ್ ಇದೆ, ನೀರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ತೇಲ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಸೆನ್ಸರ್. ಹೀಗೆ ಫ್ಲೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಸೆನ್ಸರ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಫ್ಲೋಟಿಂಗ್ ಸೆನ್ಸರ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ BUOY. This floating sensor name BUOY. You can pronounce it as a boy. Okay, boy ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೊನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಬಾಯ್ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ BUOY. ಏನದು ಆ ಸೆನ್ಸರ್ ನೇಮ್. And this will gets reading, and this reading goes to ಹೈದರಾಬಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಟೀಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನ್ಯೂ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ PM ಆಫೀಸಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೈದರಾಬಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಓಷನ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಇನ್ಕಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರ? ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ದಾಯಿಂದದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕಾಯ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಇದು ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಯ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲೂ. ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಬಾಯ್ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ? ಇನ್ಕಾಯ್ಸ್ಗೆ. ಇನ್ಕಾಯ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಹೈದರಾಬಾದ್ ಇರೋದು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಟೀಮ್. ಇನ್ಕಾಯ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫೈನ್. ಇನ್ಕಾಯ್ಸ್ ಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಏನು? ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಓಷನ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. Indian National Center for Ocean Informations. Indian National Center for Ocean Information. From this, the matter goes to New Delhi PM office, and he is going to take a decision. ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ. NDRF ಟೀಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಡಿಸಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ರಿಲೀಫ್ ಟೀಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, this is all about tsunami. Okay. And tides is because of what? What is tide? Rise and fall of water level is called tide. And tide is not only in the ocean, it's there in the sea, it's there in the lakes, it's there in everything. And lake, pond, river is because of the wind. And in the ocean, and the sea, it's because of the wind, but also it's because of the gravitational force of moon, sun, and earth. I told you. Adhan discuss ಮಾಡೋಣ. Take it as a tide as a heading. Take tide as a heading. See, normally tide ಯಾಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Wind ಇಂದನೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. When wind hits the surface of the earth, surface of the ocean water, ಅದರಿಂದ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಟೈಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮೂನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಅರ್ತ್, ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸನ್. ಇದರಿಂದ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ? ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮೂನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅರ್ತ್ ಇಂದಾನೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ. ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಸನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಮೂನ್ ಅಂಡ್ this is the earth. Okay. See, this is the water. Because of the gravity of the moon, the water going to collect here, bulging of water. When water going to collect here, what happens? Because of the gravity, the water which is there at this region, see, 71% water only on the surface of the continent earth, and this region water came here, So what happens to this region? Water goes down like this ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಹೀಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೀಗೆ ಇದರಿಂದ ಮೇಲ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಈ ಸೈಡು ಟೈಡ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಈ ಸೈಡ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? In a first class of our solar system, I told you, Earth is having centrifugal force. What is centrifugal force? The force which is against to this gravitational force. Centrifugal means outside. The mixie the example ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ಮಿಕ್ಸಿ ಓಪನ್ ಏನೋ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ತೆಗೆದು ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, that is centrifugal force. Means it is opposite to the gravitation in terms of the earth. See, because of the moon's gravity ಇಂದ ವಾಟರ್ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, moon's gravity, this is not like this. Because of the moon's gravity, water pulls like this. What is the source of this pull? Moon pulls the water because of the moon's gravity, and against to this, earth having centrifugal force means it will again push us the water like this in this region. So water going to collect here like this. So because of the two side bulge, here less minimum water, here less minimum water. If you look at the beach, if you are standing in this beach, water is like this. If you are standing in this beach, water is like this, the tides. So this rise is because of the gravitational pull of the moon. This rise is because of the centrifugal force of the earth. Centrifugal force is against to the gravitational force of the moon. Okay. Centrifugal force of the earth. So ತರ ಹೀಗಲ್ವಾ, ಹೀಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ. This is high tide here, this is low tide here. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಲೋ ಟೈಡ್ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮುದ್ರ ಬಂದು ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟಲ್ ಶೆಲ್ಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈ ಟೈಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲೋ ಟೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ವ. ಲೋ ಟೈಡ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತವರಿಗೆ. ಹೈ ಟೈಡ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತವರಿಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಫುಲ್ ಟೈಡ್, on the full moon day, on the new moon day, ಅಮಾವಾಸ್ಯೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಇದು ಬಂದಿರೋದು. Full moon day, on the new moon day, we are going to witness high tide. We are going to witness high tide in some of the regions. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ ಹುಣ್ಮೆ ದಿನ ಅಮಾವಾಸ್ಯೆ ದಿನ ಸಮುದ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು, ಭೂತ ಬರೋದಲ್ಲ, ಹೈ ಟೈಡ್ ಲೋ ಟೈಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಅರ್ತ್, ಮೂನ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಕ್ ಮಾಡೋರಲ್ಲ ಅವತ್ತೇ ಡೇಟ್ ಇಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸಮುದ್ರದ ಹತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೆದರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅಂತ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್. Here it is low tide, here it is high tide. Very limited. Here it is. Mark कर दे problem. Low tide, high tide. Okay. There are two kinds of tides. One is spring tide and neap tide. Perfect. ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಡ್ ಈಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಹೈ ಟೈಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲೋ ಟೈಡ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಡ್. ಲೈಕ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಸನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು, ಮೂನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು, ಅರ್ತ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಬೋತ್ ಮೂನ್, ಸನ್, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲೈನ್. ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅವಾಗ ಈಚೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಈಚೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ, ಈಚೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹೈ ಟೈಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಲೋ ಟೈಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಡ್. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಬೋತ್ ಅರ್ತ್, ಸನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೂನ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲೈನ್. ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲೈನ್, ಹುಣ್ಮೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅಮಾವಾಸ್ಯೆ ದಿನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬರೋದಲ್ವಾ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ. ಬೇರೆ ದಿನ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಬೇರೆ ದಿನ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ನೀಪ್ ಟೈಡ್. NEAP, neap tide. Neap tide means like, consider this is Earth, this is the Sun, and this is the Moon. Like, not in a single line. Sun, Earth, Moon. Otherwise, like ಹೀಗೆ ಬರೀರಿ, ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತನೂ ಇನ್ನೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಸನ್ ಬರೀರಿ, then ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ತ್ ಬರೀರಿ. This is the sun and this is the earth and ಈಚೆ ಮೂನ್ ಬರೀರಿ. ಕೆಲವು ಟೈಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಟೈಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈಚೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮೂನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹೀಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಮೂನ್, ದಿಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್, ಸಿ sun also having some gravitational effect. So here this is not only a moon's gravity, because of sun's gravity also combinedly it will attract like this in a new moon and full moon day. Here what happens in a this neap tide is other than new moon and full moon days. ಹುಣ್ಣಿಮೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಮಾವಾಸ್ಯೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೀಪ್ ಟೈಡ್ ಬರೋದು. ನೀಪ್ ಟೈಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್, ಸನ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ and moon attract like this. When sun and moon attract like this, ಇದೊಂಥರ ಹೀಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So if it is round like this, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಒಂದೇ ಥರ tide. So there is no high tide and low tide. It is medium tide. What is the tidal range? In between tidal range ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. So ತುಂಬ ಅಲೆ ಇರಲ್ಲ rest of the days. This is spring tide is on new moon and full moon day. Spring tide, new moon and full moon day. New moon and full moon day. Neap tide on rest of the days. So full moon and new moon day, because of the presence of sun, moon and earth in a single align, because of that reason the combined gravity of the sun and moon going to attract the waters which is there on the surface of the earth, and opposite to that centrifugal force of the earth again attracts in opposite direction of the water of the earth. So both side attractions may create high tides at these poles, these two poles, may create low tides at another two poles. So high tide and low tide is the results of the spring tide, means is the result of the new moon and full moon day. In normal days, like in rest of the days, the moon, sun and earth is not in a single line. They are in a different lines. When they are in a different line, moon attract like this, moon attract like this, sun attract like this. Because of that, there is no that much fluctuation. There is no that much high tide and low tide. Wherever you go, it will be like circle only. So less tides on that region, on those days. So on new moon day, full moon day, we will get high tides and low tides. On rest of the days, we will get neap tides, means normal tides. Okay, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? See, there are two kinds of tides. Spring tides means high tide and low tide. Another one is neap tide. Neap tide means normal days. ನೀವು ಬೀಚಿಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, that is neap tide. These spring tides arises 2 times in a month. One is full moon day, another one is new moon day. On a full moon day and new moon day, what happens? Alignation happens. ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನ್ಯೂ moon day. What is this? This is the new moon day. Full moon day ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದೇ ಈಚೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಅಲೈನೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಅಲೈನೇಷನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Combined gravity attracts over the earth. When combined gravity attracts over the earth, the water going to attracts towards that moon. Means when water over the earth attracts towards the moon, means it's going like this. So high tide here, the people who are present at this shore, he experiences high tide, and against to that, normalization is the natural process. Against to that, to make it normalization, earth acts as a centrifugal force against to this attraction, gravitational attraction. This centrifugal force is always opposite to this gravity, so it moves like this. So again there is a high tide in opposite direction for which gravitation is there. Okay, opposite direction for which gravitation is there. So rest of the two sides, it is experiences low tide. and these two sets experiences high tides. Finish. Here, rest of the days, it is not new moon, it is not full moon. So, sun, earth and moon not in a single direction, not in a single line. So, they are in a different direction. When there is different direction, different kinds of, different directional attractions. Attraction always there. So, it is in different directional attraction. When it is different directional attraction, like it is like this. When it attracts like this, high tide here. When it attracts like this, high tide. When high tide is here and here. If it is here, that is different. If it is here and here means water circulates like circular, in a circular position tide is there. There is no, there is no in a single two sides. When it is circular means there is no tide at all. ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಟೈಡ್. ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಹುಣ್ಣಿಮೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಮಾವಾಸ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಟೈಡ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಅಲೆ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಬೇರೆ ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಲೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಅಲೆ ಸಮುದ್ರ ತೀರ. Okay, this is our normal days tide. This is the full moon and new moon day tide. Yeah. This one. See, just imagine both in new moon day and full moon day, there was some attraction over the earth. There was some attraction over the earth. Because of that attraction, water, one side it will attract, another side, this is the normal nature of the earth. Like if something is attracting one side, ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ತರ. ನಾವು ಈ ಕಡೆ ಏನೋ ರೋಪ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಈಚೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊಲ್ದಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಈಚೆ ಒಂಚೂರು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಹೀಗೆ. ಅದೇ ತರ ಅರ್ಥಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರನ್ನ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೀರನ್ನ ಎಳಿತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅರ್ತ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ as a centrifugal force against to the direction which gravity is pulling. Against the direction means another direction only. So when it is pulling the water like this, ಇರೋದಿಷ್ಟೇ ನೀರು, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನೀರು ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಇರೋದಷ್ಟೇ ನೀರು, ಅದನ್ನ ಎರಡು ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಈಚೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಚೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವ. ವಾಟರ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್, ಇದು ಈಚೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೈ ಟೈಡ್, ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೈ ಟೈಡ್, ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೋ ಟೈಡ್. ಸೊ ಹೈ ಟೈಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲೋ ಟೈಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸಸ್. ನೀವು ಸಮುದ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದವರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹುಣ್ಣಿಮೆ ದಿನ ಇನ್ನೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೈ ಟೈಡ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಅಮಾವಾಸ್ಯೆ ದಿನ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದವರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೈ ಟೈಡ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದವರಿಗೆ ಲೋ ಟೈಡ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಕಾಣೋದು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಲೋ ಟೈಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಹೈ ಟೈಡ್ ಕಾಣೋದು ಫುಲ್ ಮೂನ್ ಅಥವಾ ನ್ಯೂ ಮೂನ್ ಡೇ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ನಫ್, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಯಾವುದು ಬೇಡ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಡೀಪ್ ಟೈಡ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಡ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಮೂನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫುಲ್ ಮೂನ್ ಡೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ ಎನಫ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕೇಳೋದು, ನಾನು ಫುಲ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಮೂನ್ ಅಂಡ್ full moon days. That neap tide happens on a normal days. This is enough. And neap tide means there is no high tide and low tide. Spring tide means there is something high and something low. This is enough. Okay. Takes three types of tides. Adding again, diurnal tide, semi-diurnal tide and mixed tide ಅಂತ ಬರೀರಿ. Diurnal, D-I-U-R-N-A-L, diurnal. Semi-diurnal, D-I-U-R-N-A-L, diurnal. First one is diurnal, second one is semi-diurnal, third one is mixed. This diurnal, semi-diurnal and mixed type is because of the tide height. These are the types because of the tide height. Okay, I'll tell you. Diurnal means it is big only, like height is more only. Both like this. This is diurnal, means height is more only. Same height ಇರಬೇಕು, ಇದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಆಯ್ತು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಆಯ್ತು, ನೀವು ಹೀಗೆ ಬರಿಬೇಡಿ, ಸೇಮ್ ಬರೀರಿ. This is diurnal, similar height. Semi-diurnal means ಇದರದ್ದೇ ಹಾಫ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹೈಟು ಹಾಫು ಹೀಗೆ, ಹೀಗೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವೇವ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಸೆಮಿ ಡಯರ್ನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಹಾಫ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ದು ಎಂಟರ್ ಒಂದು ವೇವೇ ಮುಂದೋಗಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಫ್ ವೇವ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮದು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಏನೇನು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಯರ್ನಲ್. ಇದೆರಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಲಿ, ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಆಯ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಈ ಹೈಟು ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಡಯರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಈ ಹೈಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಹೈಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಮಿ ಡಯರ್ನಲ್. ಸೆಮಿ ಡಯರ್ನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದ ಲೆಂತ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಟೈಡ್ ಇದರಷ್ಟೇ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ವೇವ್ ಬಂದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಚಿಕ್ಕದು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ವೇವ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅನದರ್ ವೇವ್. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಫ್ ನೋಡಿದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವೇವ್ ಮುಗ್ದೇ ಹೋಯ್ತು ನೋಡಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಮಿ ಡಯರ್ನಲ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಯರ್ನಲ್. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ನೇಮ್ ಕೊಡೋದು, ಶೇಪ್ ಇಂದ. ಇಫ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಡಯರ್ನಲ್ದೇ ಒಂದು ವೇವ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಓಕೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೆಮಿ ಡಯರ್ನಲ್ ಇಷ್ಟೇ, ಇದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಇಷ್ಟೇ, ಮತ್ತು ಅಗೇನ್ ದೊಡ್ಡದು, ಚಿಕ್ಕ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಮಿ ಡಯರ್ನಲ್. Mixed, not semi-diurnal. This is diurnal, semi-diurnal, diurnal, semi-diurnal. If it is mixed, then it is called mixed wind or mixed tide, not wind. Normally, ಇದು ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿಕ್ಕದು ಬಂದರೆ ಅಗೇನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿಕ್ಕದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೀಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದಿದೆ, ಚಿಕ್ಕದಿದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ದೊಡ್ಡದಿದೆ, ಈ ಥರ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್. ಸಾರಿ, normally these diurnal tides we get to see in lagoons and lakes, rivers. ಸಮುದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ ಡಯರ್ನಲ್. ಸಮುದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಥರ ಸೆಮಿ ಡಯರ್ನಲ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಓಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್. ಸಮುದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ, ಲೇಕಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಥರ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ದಿಸ್ ಡಯರ್ನಲ್. ಇನ್ ಸಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಓಷನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಒಂದೆಲೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ತುಂಬ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸಿ ಸಮುದ್ರದ ಹತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಲೆಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೆಮಿ ಡಯರ್ನಲ್, ಚಿಕ್ಕದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಲೇಕಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಮೈಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಒಂದೇ ಥರ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮುದ್ರದ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಸೊ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಡಯರ್ನಲ್, ಲೇಕಲ್ಲಿ ಡಯರ್ನಲ್, ರಿವರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಯರ್ನಲ್, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಯರ್ನಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಓಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಟೈಡಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರ, ದಿಸ್ ಟೈಡ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟೈಡ್ಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈ ಟೈಡ್ಸ್, ಈ ವೇವಿಂದ ನಾವು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿನ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟರ್ಬನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿ, ಲೈಕ್ ಇಫ್ ಇದೊಂದು ವೇವ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟರ್ಬನ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಈ ಅಲೆಯಿಂದ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಈ ಅಲೆ ಬರ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ತಿರುಗೋ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾನ್ ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗೋ ಥರ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮೆಸ್ಕಾಮಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಳಿಸೋ ಥರ ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೈಡಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ವಿಂಡ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯಿಂದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಈವನ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋ ಪವರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಾಟರ್, ಜೋಗ ಜಲಪಾತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಫ್ಯಾನ್ ತಿರುಗಿ ಅದರಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ಥರ ಟೈಡಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯಿಂದನೂ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಟರ್ಬನ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಶೋರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಓಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಈ ತರ ಲೈಕ್ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ ಹೀಗಿದೆ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ಗುಜರಾತ್ ಹೀಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಬೇಕು ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್, ಹೀಗೆ ಈ ತರ ರೀಜನ್. ಗಲ್ಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಬತ್, ಗಲ್ಫ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಚ್ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ಟೈಡಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇ, ಸೆಟಪ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇ, ಟರ್ಬನ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕಂಬತ್, ಕಚ್ ಆ ರೀಜನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈವನ್ ಸುಂದರ್ಬನ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್, ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್ ಸುಂದರ್ಬನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. ಟೈಡಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ, ದ ಹಾರ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಡಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಹೈ ಟೈಡಲ್ ರೇಂಜ್. ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಟೈಡಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರೋದು ಯಾವಾಗ? ನೀಪ್ ಟೈಡ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗಲ, ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಡ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗಲ. ಸಿ, ವೆನ್ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ನೀಪ್ ಟೈಡ್ there is no tidal energy. To get a tidal energy there should be high tide and low tide, right? When high tide and low tide we experience high tide and low tide during spring, not on the neap. Spring means new moon and full moon day. So new moon and full moon day ಹುಣ್ಣಿಮೆ ಅಮಾವಾಸ್ಯೆ ದಿನ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಟ್ರೂ. We harvest tidal energy whenever we have high tide ranges. That is from spring tide, not from neap tide. Example, Gulf of Kutch, Gujarat, Gulf of Kambat, Gujarat, Gulf of Mannar in between India and Sri Lanka, Tamil Nadu, Sundarban coast in West Bengal. Gulf of Mannar, M-A-N-N-E-R. Sorry, A-R, M-A-N-N-A-R, Mannar. Kambat, K-A-M-B-A-T-H, Kutch, K-U-C-H, and Sundarban coast. Okay? By saying so, oceanography, finish. Khatam. ಇವಾಗ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ, ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಕತೆ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಒಂಚೂರು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರಿ, ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ ನೋಡಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಶೇಪ್ ಗೀತೆಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಮೈ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಇಸ್ ಟು ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಟುಡೇ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ನಾಳೆ ಐ ಮೀನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಬೋರ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ದೆನ್ ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡಕ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಇದೆ, ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರೋ. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಮೊದಲು ಬರ್ತಿರೋಷ್ಟು ಈಗ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇವಾಗ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಮೊದಲು ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಫೋರ್ 2016, 14, 15 ಅಲ್ಲ, ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟೇ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಹತ್ರ ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ. ಹಾಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ? ಬರೀರಿ ನೋಡೋಣ ಅದೇ ತರ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ. Subjects, I guess 7, 8, 9, I don't know. See, let's count. History, ancient, medieval, modern, art and culture. ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? Ancient, modern, medieval, art and culture is different subject only. Then polity, then geography, economy, social issues, then environment, then science and tech, then actually disaster management is there. Let's see ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. That is for only mains. Yeah, one teacher. See, how is going on classes? Are you enjoying or is it boring? Boring. Enjoying, right? Then enough. Write diagram, North America. I don't know. There is a plan. I don't know. But geography late ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬೇರೆ ಪೊಲಿಟಿ ನೋಡಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದೆ ನಾನು. ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ನಾನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಸ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. ಪೊಲಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಸಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. ಪೊಲಿಟಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದು, ನೀವು ಬರ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಲ್ವಾ. ಎಕಾನಮಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಅಗೇನ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ, ಬರಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಆಗಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರಿತೀನಿ ಅದು ನೀವು ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ಎಕಾನಮಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಓದ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಲೈಕ್ ಪೊಲಿಟಿ, ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀಕಾಂತ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಕಾನಮಿಗೂ ನಾನು ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಓದೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ ಸಾಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಆಗಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಓದಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಓದ್ತೀರಾ ಮತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಬುಕ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, ಅದು ಅರ್ಥನೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಓದ್ಕೋಬೋದು ಏನೋ. ಓಕೆ, ರೈಟ್. ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ, ಹೇಗಿದೆ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕ ನೋಡಿ ನೋಡಿ ಬರೀರಿ. ಹೀಗೆ ಮೆಕ್ಸಿಕೋ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ, ಮೆಕ್ಸಿಕೋನೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಬೇಡಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಸಮ್ವಾಟ್ ಹೀಗೆ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ವೈಸ್. ಈವನ್ PSA ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, UPSC ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಗೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು ಅಂದಾಜು. ಲೈಕ್ ಒಂದು 2 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇರೋ 2 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದನ್ನ ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಹಾಗೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆಫ್ North America. And what is the eastern side? This is the eastern side, western side. So which ocean here? Atlantic. Here Pacific. ಅಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು, ಮತ್ತಿಂದ ನೋಡಿದ್ ನೀವು. Here North, here South, right? And South America North America connection ಇದೆಯಾ? Yes, connection is there. Panama, we discussed it, right? See how? So, the breadth is more, or length or height is more, length is more. Length is more. ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ PSA ಎಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ KPSC ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಬರ್ಮುಡಾ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರ? ಬರ್ಮುಡಾ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಲೈಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಶಿಪ್ ಹೋದ್ರೂ ಮುಳುಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋದ್ರೂ ಮುಳುಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬರ್ಮುಡಾ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬರೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಈ ರೀಜನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬರ್ಮುಡಾ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್. ಸೊ ಬರ್ಮುಡಾ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಈಸ್ ನಿಯರ್ ಟು ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಕೆರೇಬಿಯನ್, ಪೈರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೆರೇಬಿಯನ್ ಮೂವಿ ನೋಡಿದಲ್ಲ, ಹಡಗು ಕಳ್ಳರು. ಆ ಮೂವಿದೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಇಲ್ಲೇ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಕೆರೇಬಿಯನ್ ಸಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಕೆರೇಬಿಯನ್ ಸಿ. ಸೊ ನಿಯರ್ ಟು ಕೆರೇಬಿಯನ್ ಸಿ ಬರ್ಮುಡಾ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬರ್ಮುಡಾ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಫೇಮಸ್. ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬರ್ಮುಡಾ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿ, ಥೌಸಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೋರೀಸ್ ಇದೆ ಇದ್ರ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೂ ಸುಮಾರು ಸ್ಟೋರೀಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಶಿಪ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಮುಳುಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಹೋದ್ರೂ ಮುಳುಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಸುಮಾರು. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಟ್ರೂ ಅದು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಹೈ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂಡ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ದ ರೀಸನ್. ಈವನ್ ಟುಡೇ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಮೆನಿ ಥಿಯರೀಸ್, ಬಟ್ ನೋ ಬಡಿ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಎ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಎಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್ ಅಂತ. ಏನೋ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಬಂದಿದಾರ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬರ್ಮುಡಾ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್. ಸೊ ಅದೊಂದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ ವಿತ್ ಇನ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ? See, this is the continent. Inside there is lot many countries. Not lot many, only 13 countries. Right, number of countries, 13. Sorry, 23, not 13. 23, not 13. 23. Largest country? See, USA comes in North and South America. USA, United States of America. See, you know North America. See, this is what? Canada, right? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್, ನೀವು ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದಿನ ಯಾರು ಬಂದಿದ್ರಿ? ಲೋಕಲ್ ವಿಂಡ್ಸ್, ಸಿರೋಕೋ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿಂಡ್. ನೋಬಡಿ ಕೇಮ್? ಇದ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಸಿರೋಕೋ, ಸ್ಯಾಂಟಾ ಆನಾ. ಓಹೋ, ಅರ್ಧ ಜಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ. ಸಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ USA. ಅವತ್ತಿಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ನೋಡಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ USA ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೆಕ್ಸಿಕೋ. ಓಕೆ, in between ತುಂಬಾ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್, ಕೆನಡಾ ಈಸ್ ಬಿಗರ್ ದೆನ್ USA. ಕೆನಡಾ ಈಸ್ ಬಿಗರ್ ದೆನ್, ಸೊ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ? ಕೆನಡಾ, ನಾಟ್ USA. USA ಒಂದು ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ ಇದೆ, ಅದರೊಳಗು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಇದೆ. ಸ್ಮಾಲೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಸ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಕಿಟೀಸ್, ST.KITTS ಅಂಡ್ ನೆವಿಸ್. ಒಂದೇ ಹೆಸರು, ಸ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ಕಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನೆವಿಸ್. NEVIS, Saint Kitts, KITTS and Nevis, NEVIS. Nevis chocolate ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಫಾರ್ಮ್, ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್, ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬ್ರಾಂಚಸ್, ಫೌಂಡರ್ ನೆವಿಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ highest peak ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಘಾಟ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀಕ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಅನೈಮುಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀಕ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ. ಅದನ್ನ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಬೇಡಿ. ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀಕ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. MCKINLEY. MCKINLEY. ಏನ್ ಪ್ರೊನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅದನ್ನ? ಮಿಕನ್ಲೆ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲೋಯೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಡೆತ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಿ. ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿರ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು. ಡೆತ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಿ, DEATHVALLY. ಡೆತ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಿ LLEY. 86 ಮೀಟರ್ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ರಿವರ್ ಮಿಸಿಸಿಪ್ಪಿ. MISSIPPI. ಮಿಸಿಸಿಪ್ಪಿ. MISSIPPI. ಮಿಸಿಸಿಪ್ಪಿ. MISSIPPI. ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ರಿವರ್. ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಗ್ರೀನ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಇದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರಿದೆ. ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಆರ್ಕ್ಟಿಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲೇಕ್ ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಲೇಕ್. ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಲೇಕ್ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಟಿ ಹೇಳಿ, ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಟಿ US ಇದೆ. ನ್ಯೂಯಾರ್ಕ್. ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಟಿ ನ್ಯೂಯಾರ್ಕ್. NEWYORK. ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮ್ ಹೂವರ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮ್. HOOVER. ಹೂವರ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮ್. ಓಕೆ, then there is lot many volcanic activity. This is the volcanic activity zone and earthquake zone in Chile, Peru and not Chile, Peru. This is in a northern hemisphere, North America, right? But western side of North America, it is a unstable zone. Like ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಓಷನ್ ರಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಓಷನ್ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ವಾ, ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಓಷನ್ ರಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಂತ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಓಷನ್. ಸೊ ಈಚೆ ಸೇಫರ್ ಅಟ್ಲಾಂಟಿಕ್ ಓಷನ್ ರಿಂಗ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಎಡ್ಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಓಷನ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೇಫ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಮೆನಿ earthquakes and volcano eruption. Okay, there is a Panama Pass between North America and South America. Panama Pass. This is Panama Pass. And this is one of the old case question. Banana Republic is a place in which continent? North America. Banana Republic. Banana, same spelling. BANANA. Banana Republic. They export banana, okay. That's why the name. They're the good exporters of banana. Take South America. It's a heading and write diagram. ನೀವು ಅಟ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಅಟ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಅಟ್ಲಾಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದಲ್ಲ, ಅಟ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕಡೆಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೌತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ ನೋಡಿ ಬರೀರಿ. ಸೌತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ ಹೀಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸುಮಾಟ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೌತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ. ಪೆರು, ಚಿಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ Western side is very fragile area. It is prone for earthquake and volcano activity. Very fragile area. Because this is the periphery of the Pacific Ocean. The border area of the Pacific Ocean. Very fragile. Okay. Fifth largest population is South USA. Fifth largest population. And this is one of the old UPSC question. This is Panama Canal, okay? Panama. It is in southern side of Panama Canal or southeastern side, eastern side of Panama Canal. It is in eastern side of Panama Canal, okay? Not only just southern. This is southeastern side. South side is one option. Another option, southeastern side. It is southeastern side of Panama Canal, South America, and surrounded by Atlantic Ocean in the east, Pacific Ocean in the west, Southern Ocean in the south, Caribbean Ocean or Caribbean Sea in the north, Caribbean Sea, Southern Ocean near Antarctic, near Antarctic, there is a Southern Ocean, the ocean called Southern Ocean, and here it is Caribbean Sea near Mexico, in the northern side of Southern America, northern side of South America, we are having Caribbean Sea. Here, Caribbean Sea. Southern side of South America, we are having Southern Ocean. East side of South America, we are having Atlantic, and west side of South America, we are having Pacific Ocean. And number of countries, 12 plus 1, 13 countries. What is this one? This is a colony, okay? 12 plus 1, total 13 countries. Here it is 13. There 23. Here 13. I just confused between that. Largest country, Brazil. Amazon forest Brazil. Okay. In this region, largest country. Smallest country called Suriname. Suniname. 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 Smallest country. Highest peak. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ UPSC ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ ಈ ತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Highest peak of South America. ACONCAGUA mountain means Aconcagua. ACANCAGUA mountain. This is the highest peak of South America. And lowest point of South America, Valdez Peninsula. VALDES. Valdez Peninsula. VALDES. Valdez Peninsula. This is lowest peak. And largest river, Amazon. Largest river, Amazon. And largest lake is Lake Titicaca. Titicaca. TTCACA. Largest lake. Largest river, Amazon. Largest forest, Amazon forest only. The river which flows in between the Amazon forest called Amazon River. Titicaca. TTCACA. Largest island, Tierra del Fuego. TIERRADEL. Fuego. FUEGO. Tierra del Fuego. Largest city. See, from this Tropic of Capricorn, Tropic of Capricorn passes. This largest city. Okay. The city name is Sao. SAO Paulo, PAULO, Sao Paulo, city name. SAO PAULO, Paulo. See, landlocked, only two countries are landlocked countries in South America. One is Bolivia, another one is Paraguay. BOLIVIA, Bolivia, and Paraguay. PARAGUAY. PARAGUAY, Paraguay and Bolivia are the only two, are the only two landlocked. Rest of the countries are open to the ocean, right? Left side it is Pacific Ocean, right side it is Atlantic Ocean. So these are the only two landlocked countries out of 13 countries. Means 11 countries are open to the oceans. Only two countries completely landlocked, Bolivia, Paraguay. Okay. Next, Bolivia and Paraguay are the only two landlocked countries. Landlocked means in its four walls it is locked by land. There is no water, means there is no ocean, open ocean, which is next to that land, which is next to that country. And that is the only two countries which is locked by the lands. Rest of the countries it is open. In some parts of the countries open to the oceans, not every part. If it is every part means that will become island. Some part of the country it is open to the ocean, like Peru. If you look at Peru, Chile, Peru. See, western part of Peru is open to Pacific Ocean, and entire western part of the Chile is open to Pacific Ocean, alva. So it is not a landlocked. But middle Bolivia, Paraguay, other landlocked countries. Okay, these are the two landlocked countries. ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಸತಿ. Only two landlocked countries. ಬೇರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Chile and Peru, or Peru and Bolivia, no. Or Chile and Paraguay, no. Bolivia and Paraguay. Okay, this option is right. Next. You know this, in North America there is no landlocked country, not even single landlocked country. ಯಾವ ಕಂಟ್ರಿನೂ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಲಾಕ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೌತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಟೂ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್. ಅದನ್ನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀರಿ. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಲಾಕ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಇನ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ. ಅದೇ ಹಾಗೆ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀರಿ, ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅದು. And equator passes through three countries. Equator passes through three countries of South America. The first country is Ecuador. EQUADOR. Ecuador. That's why the name it receives, Ecuador, because it passes through equator, right? The equator passes through that country. That is the first country, right? From the west. That's why the country gets its name as Ecuador. EQUADOR. Ecuador. Okay. Colombia. 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 And Brazil. BRAZIL. Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil are the countries from which equator passes through. Next, Tropic of Capricorn. Tropic of Capricorn passes through Chile, 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 Argentina, ARGENTINA, Argentina. Next, Paraguay, PARAGUAY, and Brazil. This is Tropic of Capricorn. Okay. ಅದನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಪಾಸಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಉರುಗ್ವೆ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಉರುಗ್ವೆ ಇಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ದಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ? ನೋ, ಓನ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಫೋರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಟ್ರಾಪಿಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ರಿಕಾನ್ ಪಾಸಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಟ್ ಪಾಸಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಮಿಡ್ಲ್ ಆ ಫೋರ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ತೆಗೆದು ಬ್ರೆಜಿಲ್ ತೆಗೆದು ಉರುಗ್ವೆ ಹಾಕಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ವೆರಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ನೋ. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್. ಅಂಡ್ Andes Mountains is present in South America. Andes Mountains. It is a backbone of South America ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. See, Andes Mountain ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. west side, it runs from north to south. Okay, Andes mountain, like our western Ghats ಇದೆ, Andes mountain. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ರಾಕಿ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರಾಕಿ ಮೌಂಟೇನ್. That also runs left side of northern mountain, I mean North America, north to south. This Andes South America, north to south, western side. ಯಾವುದಲ್ಲ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Andes mountains runs through what are the country? First one, Venezuela, Venezuela, Venezuela. Come on, Colombia, Colombia. Come on, Ecuador, Ecuador. Next, Peru, Peru. Next, Bolivia, Bolivia. Next, Chile, Chile. Then Argentina, Argentina, Argentina. And in the beginning I told you, lot many trenches that is in the Pacific Ocean, the big trenches of the world, that is near to the South America only. Like first one, Peru Trench, near Peru. This is Andes runs through these countries. Andes mountain runs through these countries. Andes mountain runs through these countries. See, Peru Trench, Chile Trench. Peru Trench on the northern side of South America. Chile Trench in the southern side of this South America. Trench means what? The lowest portion, like depth, the valley that is normally within water, Pacific Ocean valleys. See, there are some active volcanoes, okay? There are some active volcanoes in the South America. Active volcanoes, ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ erupt ಆಗಿರೋ volcanoes ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ South America. Because what is the reason? That is next to the Pacific Ocean ring, right? Pacific Ocean, unstable. There is a strait called Magellan Strait, MEGALAN, Magellan Strait, STRAIT. Magellan Strait, which connects Atlantic and Pacific Ocean, okay? Which connects Atlantic and Pacific Ocean. The strait which connects Atlantic and Pacific Ocean, Magellan Strait. And there is Falkland current ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು in ocean current. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Falkland, near to South America. That means Falkland comes under South America, comes within South America. Falkland Island, FALKLAND, Falkland Island, ISLAND. ಅಲ್ಲಿ cold current ಮತ್ತೆ warm current meet ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, so it is good for fishing, bad for navigation ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. This Falkland current, it is very near to South America. It is not in South America only, but it is controlled by UK. That's why 12 plus 1, 13. This Falkland is 13th one. This is not South America. It is there in South America, but it is controlled by UK. It is a colony of UK. Peoples are South Americans only. Falkland, the peoples are living there are South American only, but the administration is in the hands of the UK, British. Even today, colony. Okay. And India's program called INS Taruni. This is the India's program. INS Taruni. This is related to South America. Indian women Navy team crossed Atlantic Ocean and reached Indian women on board ತಗೊಂಡು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರು ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಸೌತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾಗೆ. ಅದನ್ನ INS ತರುಣಿ ಅಂತ, ಲೈಕ್ ನೇವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋರೆ ಲೇಡೀಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರು, ನೋ ಜೆಂಟ್ಸ್. 2019 ಅಲ್ಲಿ INS ತರುಣಿ, TARUNI, ತರುಣಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ವುಮೆನ್ ನೇವಿ ಟೀಮ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ಲಾಂಟಿಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೀಚ್ಡ್ South America. This is INS Taruni is related to which continent? ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. It is related to South America. Okay. See, there is a cold desert in South America, in Argentina, that too, called Patagonia, PATAGONIA. Cold desert in Argentina in South America. Within Argentina, that desert is called Patagonia. Patagonia, Patagonia. Okay. And river Panama is in South America. River Panama, and which runs through 3 countries of South America. First one is Brazil, second Paraguay, third Argentina. Why I give first, second, third? This is depending on the length. Like in Brazil it runs maximum duration, maximum length. After that Paraguay, and in Argentina very minimum length. Okay. And the world's largest estuary, like delta Tarn estuary ideyalva, world's largest estuary is situated in South America, called Rio de la, Riodela, Riodela. Estuary spelling ಹೇಳಿ, ESTURY, ESTU, estuary. Compass grassland ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಾ? That's in South America. Compass, CAMPAS, Compass grassland. And everyday raining on the equator ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Here South America on the equator countries gets everyday raining. Everyday, ದಿನ ಸಂಜೆ 4 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಮಳೆ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, everyday. And what is the source for Amazon river? Peru and Andes rivers are the source for Amazon rivers, that both connect together and form the Amazon river. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿರೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗಳು. Largest waterfall is formed because of which river ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. South America's largest waterfall is formed because of river Churan, CHURAN. The largest waterfall of South America is formed because of the river Churan, CHURAN. Highest oil and natural gas reserve. Highest oil and natural gas reserve, which is there in Venezuela, VENEZUELA. That is Maracaiba, MARACAIBA. This is the name for that reserve, Maracaiba. Caibo, BO, Caibo. And there is a desert in Chile called Atacama Desert, ATACAMA. There is a desert in Chile, ATACAMA, Atacama Desert. And Tropic of Capricorn passes through this desert. Tropic of Capricorn passes through this desert. Capricorn, CAPRICON. Capricorn ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ? ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? ಟ್ರಾಪಿಕ್ 23.5 ನಾರ್ತ್. ಓ, ನೀವು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬಂದಿಲ್ವಾ? Like 23.5 north is Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 south is Tropic of Capricorn, 23.5 north Tropic of ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಮಕರ ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿ, ಕರ್ಕಾಟಕ ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿ ವೃತ್ತ. ಮಕರ ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕರ್ಕಾಟಕ ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಮಕರ ಸಂಕ್ರಾಂತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಸಮಟ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 23.5 degree north, Capricorn means 23.5. ನಾವು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರೆಯೋದಲ್ವಾ, ಏನೋ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬೇಡ. This is all about South America. What? Atacama Desert Tropic of Capricorn passes through Atacama Desert. Okay, this is the cold desert, not hot desert. Atacama Desert is a cold desert. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ, ತುಂಬಾ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ, ಸೌತ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ. ಟೇಕ್ ಅಂಟಾರ್ಟಿಕಾ ಇಸ್ ಹೆಡಿಂಗ್. ಅಂಟಾರ್ಟಿಕಾ. ಸೌತ್ ಪೋಲ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಪೋಲ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಂಟಾರ್ಟಿಕಾ? ಅಂಟಾರ್ಕ್ಟಿಕಾ, ಸೌತ್ ಪೋಲ್ ಆರ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಪೋಲ್? ಸೌತ್ ಪೋಲ್, ಅಂಟಾರ್ಕ್ಟಿಕಾ. Antarctica, South Pole. This is the map of Antarctica. Okay. Ocean illalla. Antarctica. Here it is called Trans-Antarctica. Here it is called Greater Antarctica. Here it is called Lesser Antarctica. This is eastern side, this is western side. Eastern side are called Greater Antarctica or Eastern Antarctica. Western side is called Lesser Antarctica, and middle is called Trans-Antarctica. Middle, Trans-Antarctica, Greater Antarctica, Lesser Antarctica. Because there is a mountain in the Trans-Antarctica. That mountain divides greater and lesser. Something which is present eastern side of that mountain are called greater. Something which is present on the western side of that mountain is called lesser. Why the name Antarctica came? This is anti to Arctic, right? Arctic is northern pole. This is anti to Arctic, means opposite to Arctic. That's why Antarctica. That's how the name came. And this is the 5th largest continent. Okay, 5th largest continent area. And uninhabited continent. Yaru illa. Uninhabited. Inhabitants illa. Janre badugta illa. And it is surrounded by Southern Ocean and Antarctica Ocean. And Drake's Passage, Drake's D-R-A-K-E-S, Drake's Passage, which separates Antarctica from South America. D-R-A-K-E-S, Drake's Passage, P-A-S-S-A-G-E. Drake's Passage means water body, which separates South America from Antarctica. Antarctica is also called, cold continent, also called white continent. Why cold or white continent? Because it's always snow covered. It is always ice bitre enu illa. It's flooded with ice, filled with ice. Largest cold desert antanu karitaru. This is the largest cold desert. Largest desert. Not even single tree is there in that continent. Not even single tree. Ella snow alle muchkondiddare, tree alli idavara. And from the surface of the earth 1200 meters ice cover is there. From surface of the earth to 1200 meter means 1 kilometer ginda jaasti ಏನide ice cover. Means nela nodadre tumba kashta ade. In plant ellinda nelane ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ. Glaciers are there, as usual, normally. What is glacier? Is large moving mass of ice. Glaciers, G-L-A-C-I-E-R, glaciers are there. Like this. Even mountain is there. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ice cubes ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Consider this is the South Ocean. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಓಷನ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈ ಐಸ್ ಪೀಸಸ್ ಬಂದು ಈ ಓಷನ್ಗೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಐಸ್ ಬರ್ಗ್ಸ್ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಐಸ್ ಬರ್ಗ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಐಸ್ ಪೀಸಸ್ ರೀಚಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಸಿ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಐಸ್ ಬರ್ಗ್ಸ್. ಕಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೀಗೆ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಕಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬೀಳ್ದ icebergs. So icebergs we get to see in Antarctica. Icebergs. Okay. What is icebergs? Nothing but breaking the ice shelf and reaching the ocean. There is a glacier called Lambert Glacier, which is the longest glacier in the world. Lambert, L-A-M-B-E-R-T, Lambert Glacier. There is a glacier called Lambert Glacier, that is the longest glacier in the world. ಓಕೆ, ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸುಮಾರು ಟ್ರೀಟಿ ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂಟಾರ್ಟಿಕಾ ಜೊತೆ. ಅಂಟಾರ್ಟಿಕಾ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಜನರಿಲ್ಲ, UN ಅಲ್ಲಿ WTO ಮತ್ತು WHO, ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್ ನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಲೈಕ್ Antarctica is strategically important place because no man's land, because that is everybody's property, every country's property, and India had signed so many treaties. Let's discuss about that. On 1959, right? On 1959, our first treaty called Antarctica Treaty. See, because of this treaty, we constructed some research labs there called Bharati Research Lab. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, Antarctica is good for research. Why? Because that is having lot many fossils of ancient life or ancient environment. ಅವಾಗ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಗಿದೆ, 1200 ಮೀಟರ್ ಐಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ನಾಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಡೇ, ತುಂಬ ಡೆಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೊದಲಿಂದ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಡಿಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋದಾಗ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಐಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದು ಇನ್ನೂ ಫ್ರೋಸನ್ ಆಗಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಹಳೆ ಎವಿಡೆನ್ಸಸ್ಗಳು. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಡ್ರಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನೇನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಭೂಮಿ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ, ಐ ಮೀನ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎವಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ. ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಫ್ರೋಸನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಫ್ರಿಜ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇಟ್ಟಾಗೆ ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರೀಟಿ ಆನ್ 1959 called Bharati Research Center that was started in Antarctica. On 1980 the another research program 1980 the another research program called Dakshina Gangotri and Maitri, M-A-I-T-H-R-I, Maitri and Dakshina Gangotri are the two programs, research programs India started there. Okay, and within India National Center for Antarctic and Ocean Research, National Center for Antarctic and Ocean Research, NCOR ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, National Center for Antarctic and Ocean Research was started. National Center for Antarctic and Ocean Research. And another thing, NCPOR, National Center for Polar and Oceanic Research. That is also related to Antarctica. That is situated in Goa. Okay, this NCPOR, this is situated in Goa. There is a place called Vasco in Goa. In that place, in that region, this NCPOR is situated. Okay. National Center for Polar and Oceanic Research. Okay. Next, Arctic Ocean. ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ Northern Pole. Arctic Pole or Arctic Ocean, whatever. Enough. Arctic Ocean. This is the smallest ocean. And it is surrounded by Europe, Asia, and North America. and it situates at 90 degree north. It situates at 90 degree north. There is a Arctic Circle, okay, 66 and half, like ನೀವು bird view, this is a 90 degree pole, bird view, okay, ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಮೇಲಲ್ಲಿ ಪೋಲ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ this is 66 and half degree, like tropic of, no, there is no tropic here. This is 66 and half, means it is on a which subpolar high pressure belt, our region, okay, our region alli the countries from here to here, are called Arctic zone countries, or the region here is called Arctic zone. 66 to 90% surrounding, 360 degree ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನೀವು ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈಗ 66 ತನಕ, ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಲೈನ್ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಅಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕ್ ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ ಈ 66 to 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ? ಗ್ರೀನ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಐಸ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿನೇವಿಯನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಅಂತಾನು ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿನೇವಿಯನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೋಸನ್ ಅಂತ, ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿನೇವಿಯನ್, SCAND, ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿ, DINAVIAN, ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿನೇವಿಯನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಇರೋದು. ದ ಆರ್ಟಿಕ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 66 and half to 90 degree. ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ? ಐಸ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ICE, not write S. If you write S, that will become island. ICE, Iceland. Greenland, Alaska, USA. ಯಾರು ಟೈಮ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇನ ಬಂದಿದ್ರಿ? ಡೇಟ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್, ಟೈಮ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್. The person is traveling from Alaska to Russia. The day, is he gain a day or is he lose a day ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಅವತ್ತು. ದಟ್ ಅಲಾಸ್ಕಾ, ಓಕೆ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ, ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ. Russia, some parts of, not entire Russia, some parts of northern parts of Russia. Then Finland, FINLA, Sweden, SWEND1, Sweden, and Norway, Sweden, Finland, Russia, northern Russia. Alaska is the USA part, okay, North USA part, northern part of North USA, Alaska. Okay, see, what are the water bodies there at this region? Write down water bodies there at this region, Arctic region. First one is White Sea, WHITE, White Sea. Next, Norwegian Sea, around Norway, Norwegian Sea. See, around Greenland Sea. See, ರಷ್ಯಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಲಾಸ್ಕಾ ಮಧ್ಯ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಡೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಡೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಹೋಗಿರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮುದ್ರ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಚುಕ್ಚಿ ಸಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಚುಕ್ಚಿ, CHUKCHI, ಚುಕ್ಚಿ ಸಮುದ್ರ. ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಡೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಬೈ, ಅದನ್ನು ಬರೀತಾರೆ. ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಡೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಪಾಸಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದಿಸ್ ಚುಕ್ಚಿ ಸಿ. Kola Peninsula, KOLA, Kola Peninsula is there in this region. And India's research centers like Himadri, India's research center, means this is Arctic research center, okay. India's Arctic research center or research base called Himadri was situated in this region. See, there is a underwater library is there in Arctic, and that is India's investment. India is invested underwater library in Arctic region. That's why the name itself is INDARC. INDARC, INDARC. INDARC is the underwater laboratory which is situated in the Arctic region. Underwater laboratory, okay, Indian laboratory, INDARC. Okay, you know this international seed vault, ಈ ಸೀಲ್ಡ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಸೀಡ್ ಬೀಜಗಳನ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲ್ಯಾಬೊರೇಟರಿಗಳನ್ನ. ಈವನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಿದೆ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಫೂಟಿಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಮಾಲಯ, ಉತ್ತರಾಖಂಡಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ದಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ಕ್ಟಿಕ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸೀಡ್ ವಾಲ್ಟ್, VAULT, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೀಡ್ಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಸೀಡ್ಸ್. ನೀವು ವೆಟರ್ನರಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ದು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಲ್ವ, ಅವ್ರದ್ದೊಂದು ಇದಿರತ್ತಲ್ವ, ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಸ್ಪಮ್, ಅದೇ ಥರ ಸೀಡ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂಟಾರ್ಟಿಕಾ ರೀಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸೀಡ್ ವಾಲ್ಟ್, VAULT, ಸೀಡ್ ವಾಲ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನ್, ಕ್ರಯೋ ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, CRIO, ಕ್ರಯೋ ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನ್, ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, it was constructed in 2012 near to Norway ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ಬಿಡೋಣ, ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ, ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಏನು. ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಓಷಿಯಾನಿಯಾ. Oceania is another kind of continent. It is there in the Pacific Ocean. This is not a single continent. This is n number of islands. We commonly called as a single continent. Oceania. 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 See, if you look at Pacific Ocean, that too South Pacific Ocean, next to Australia, there are n number of islands. We commonly call that islands as a Oceania, and it is a new continent, kind of new continent. Ivalu jail kaididare idu kaliksi. And this is the smallest continent, okay, because it is entirely island only. There is no single large continent. The island combinedly together we call it as a single continent. That's why it is a smallest continent. It is the islands of tropical Pacific Ocean. This is very important. Oceania is a Pacific Ocean islands. Not sometimes they may ask it's a Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean. No, it's a tropical Pacific Ocean islands. Okay, Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean, you know, right? Largest. And international date line passes through this. International actually exactly divides this. International date line ocean na correct ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, passes through Pacific Ocean. Not exactly, but in middle pass ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಬೇರೆ. It passes through in the middle of the Oceania. Okay, that means what? Half part of Oceania Friday, half part of Oceania Thursday. Means there is a date difference within Oceania. ಅದನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ. There is a date difference within Oceania because international date line passes through this continent. ಅದನ್ನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವೀಗ ಇಂಟರ್ ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಓಷನ್ ನಿಯರ್ ಟ್ರಾಪಿಕಲ್ ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೀಗೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಡೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಹೀಗೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಥರ್ಸ್ಡೇ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೈಡೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. This region is called Micronesia. This region is called Melanesia. This region is called Polynesia. This is the new continent diagram. Not diagram, say map of new continent. This is island continent. What is this? This is the entire ocean. Okay, ocean ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಡ್ಲ್ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೇರಿ ಮೈಕ್ರೋನೇಷಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೇರಿ ಮೆಲಾನೇಷಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. And combining all these islands, we can call it as a Polynesia. And combining both Melanesia, Micronesia and Polynesia, we can call it as a Oceania, entire continent. So how many countries are there in entire Oceania? 3: Micronesia, Melanesia and Polynesia. And this country, Micronesia, contains numerous islands, Melanesia contains numerous islands, and Polynesia contains numerous islands. Okay, these are island countries. GUAM is an island where military base of USA is present. GUAM, GUAM is a GUAM. It's one of the island of Oceania where military base of US is present. And there are islands called Marshall Islands, MARTAL, where USA conduct many nuclear tests. Marshall Islands, MARTAL, Marshall Island, where USA conducts many nuclear tests. Okay, and Palau Island. There is an island called Palau, PALAU, Palau Island, and FSN, both capital. These are the different islands. New Palau Island, FSN Island, and where it is? It's in Oceania continent. Okay, Palau Island, Guam Island, Marshall Island, FSN Island, Palau, PALAU, Palau. And Kiribati, KIRIBATI, Kiribati Island, Kiribati. This name is confused. Like, yes. No, Now, Naura Island, NAVURA, Naura Island, Naura. Okay. Then Hawaii Island, Hawaii, HAWAI, Hawaii Island. Then Papua New Guinea Island, Papua, PAPUA, NEW, GUNEA Island. Then Solomon Island, SOLAMON, Solomon Island. Okay. These are the things. And smallest country within this is Nauru. Smallest country. Largest country within this is Australia. Australia also comes under this only. Nauru, NAURU. 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 And largest country within this, Australia. Australia is the single largest country. Okay. That is, we are done with the continents, single specific continents. I guess another 1 or 2 classes I need for geography because land forms adidella matadlikide tumba ide rivers something ನೋಡಿ ಇನ್ನು ಸುಮಾರು ಇದೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ in our next class. Thank you so much.